accounts with them. The man who had received the 5 talents brought the other 5. Master, he said, you entrusted with me 5 talents. See, I have gained 5 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few. Then the second who was given, I would just want to paraphrase. The second also came. He said, you gave 2, multiplied, I have 2 more. The master said, thank you. Well done, faithful servant. The last one came and he bring a lot of listen. Ninakujua, ninajua unapata kule hujapanda, akamwambia, and he was condemned by the master. That's the one ninataka tuulizane siku hii leo. If I will take how many minutes? Hiyo ndio nitamalizia naye. Lakini ningetaka kumwambia kuna jambo tunasema mara nyingi wakati tunazungumza hali ya fedha. One, watu wote tunaelewa money is the root of all evil. Do we agree with that? Wale wamesikia hiyo msemo, money is, hamujasikia? Money is the root of all evil. I want to make collection. That is what people say. Hivyo ndivyo watu wanasema, not what God says. Jesus talked about money so many areas of the Bible, akieleza uzuri wa fedha na ubaya wa fedha, akieleza hali ya kutafuta fedha na kutumia fedha. In fact, wale wanaangalia wanasema Jesus talked more of the money than salvation. In fact, wale walikuja kuzungumza hali ya salvation ni wanafunzi wake, na kwa hivyo I want you to read with me 1 Timothy 6:10. What the Bible say about money. The love of money is the root of all evil. That is what the love of the money. It is not what people say money is the root of all evil. You should correct that in your mind. Ni vizuri mtengeneze fikira zenu, msifuate vile watu wanasema ya kwamba pesa is the root of everything. Paul stated very clearly to Timothy, the love of money is the root of all kind of evils. Niseme money ilitengenezwa na mtu na ikakubalika na watu kwa matumizi ya watu. Pesa inasaidia watu wawe productive. In fact, without money, you have a problem. If you have a little, you have more problems than the other. Kwa hivyo pesa ni kitu ya maana na ya kutafutwa kwa njia zozote kwa matumizi ya mwanadamu, kwa sababu hivyo ndivyo inatakikana. Then we have money store value. Pesa sinafanya mtu ajulikane. They add value. The more money you have, the more talks watu wanakuzungumza. Vile uko na nyingi ndivyo wanasema tajiri fulani ako na magari fulani, mashamba fulani, kwake kuna kaa fulani, wakati mwingine kumeandikwa katika gate, be watchful of the dogs. Mambo yote inakuwa you have a value. So with the money you add value. And if with the money you add value, why don't we make a lot of effort to look for money? Why don't we make a lot of effort to add value within ourselves, to have more money, to buy more shambas, to do development, and even to stay in a life that we enjoy. So money add value to any situation we are in. Money provide many opportunities. Inafungua njia nyingi. Kama hukuwa na pesa hujanunua shamba. And forget me, nilimwambia sijui devotion ya mkutano wa pesa inakuwa namna gani. The other thing I want you to know, kama pesa sio kitu kizuri, Mungu hagasema ati fedha yote ni yake. But because money is good, that is why God said, silver is mine and the gold is mine, declare the Lord of the host. Haggai 2 verse 8. Kwa hivyo pesa, na tumekuta mkutano wa pesa, ni vyema kujua we have come to discuss a valuable commodity. Tumekuja tuzungumuze hali ya kifedha, twaweza kusave namna gani, twaweza kutumia namna gani, twaweza kufanya nini nazo, twaweza kuzipata wapi, ni njia gani twaweza kusave. That's why we are here. So money belongs to God. Kama Mungu mwenyewe anasema the silver and gold are mine, then who are we to say pesa is the root of all evil? Let me mention a few people. There is somebody called A. Gaston. Mwaka wa 1983 alisema accumulating money is so easy. Alafu akasema but I am surprised why so many people aren't rich. Alafu akamaliza akasema this is what the way the money is. We get, we don't become rich. We struggle so that we get money. Tunaendelea tukifanya hivyo kwa sababu tunataka tuonekane na tukae maisha mazuri. Alafu akasema the important thing is not how much money a person make. The important thing is what he does with the money. Huyo ni mtu alizungumza 1983 about the money. Na kwa hivyo wakati tunazungumza hali ya pesa, ni vyema tuzungumze tukijua we are here because of money. If there is no money, if it is not money, hatuwezi kuwa hapa. In fact, money help us even to care for our spiritual life. Mwingine akasema everything costs a lot of money when you don't have. That is somebody called Joe Ruiz, 1965. Akasema mambo inakuwa magumu sana, pesa zinakuwa nzito kuzitafuta wakati tuko na pesa kidogo. So we are here because we need more money to solve our big problem in order to stay comfortable. Na huyo alijua everything costs a lot of money when you don't have money. Na mwingine, kwa hivyo niseme kwa kifupi, our success normally come not because of the money we have, but the money we manage little by little. That is how our success come. Tunabadilishwa kidogo kidogo kulingana na vile tuna save. Dick akasema maneno haya mwaka wa 1971. I don't like money actually. Niendete bia, sitaki pesa. But it quiet my nerves, not my poverty. Si kuondoa, inaondoa. Yeye mwenyewe anasema I don't like money, but I find myself liking it kwa sababu sinatuliza akili zangu. Na kama huyu alisema hivyo 71, na sisi tuko wakati huu na tugali tunatafuta fedha. It is important to know this meeting is very, very important. It is because we are here to do one thing, to think how can we twaweza kuondoa umasikini kivipi. Poverty is terrible, my dear brethren. Mwingine alisema it penetrate. Poverty penetrate our side. Inatutomboa mashimo. Unaamuka, unaangalia, inatutomboa mashimo. Anasema inatufanya tuiname kabla uzee wetu ufike. Inatufanya tuende na nguo ambaye zimelaluka. Inatufanya tukosane na wale tunapenda. Na akaendelea. Akasema ule anastafuta ni vyema atafute akijua Mungu atamsaidia kuzipata. Hakuna mtu atakuletea fedha kabla uende utafute na Mungu akusaidie kutafuta. Na huyo ni mtu wa Ethiopia alisema hivyo. Kwa hivyo, kwa nini tuko hapa siku hii? Kabla niende kwa lile neno, nitazungumza na dakika 3. We have come here hapa kuanzia au kufikiria hali ya kuondoa umaskini. That is why we are here. Na kama uko hapa kwa jambo lingine, then you are in the wrong place. But we are here kufikiria tuweza kuondoa umaskini namna gani. Hatutaondoa mara moja, tutaenda polepole, save little, get little, use wisely, and on. Mambo haya yote inatufanya tujue vile tunaendelea. Kama tuna Dahomey, kuna mtu anaitwa Dahomey alisema money, alisema remove poverty slowly and carefully, because entrusting poverty within yourself, kusema mimi ni masikini wala hushukui hatua ya kwenda popote, itakuwa shida, kwa sababu hata kukiwa na Sacco na husave na Sacco, how can you get money in the Sacco without saving? Kwa hivyo akasema money normally come saving slowly, and that is a man called Dahomey. Removing poverty slowly by saving consistently and borrowing aimlessly and paying promptly is the order of the Sacco. Hapa tuambiwa kuna mtu mmoja alipewa fedha. Mtu mmoja alikuwa anataka kwenda safari. Na wakati alikuwa akitaka kwenda safari, akaita watu wake akawaambia, I am going, lakini nataka kuacha katika mikononi mwangu yenu mali yangu. Na akawagawanya, mmoja akapewa 5, mwingine 2, mwingine 1. Ukienda Mathayo utaita, anasiita minas. Na akagawia mwingine 10, mwingine 5, mwingine 1. Wakati aligawanya hivyo, kuna maneno mawili nataka uelewe. Hata kama ingawa this was a parable, alisungumuza hali ya pesa. Na akasema mtu mmoja akapewa 10 na akaambiwa enda mpaka nirundi, go and work with this money. Mnajua hakuna pesa yako. Money is a circulating. Inaenda kwa king, inaenda kwa president, inaenda kwa mazikini, inaenda kwa ule mwingine, it keep on circulating. Na inaenda hivyo ili inifikie kulingana na ability ya vile umepewa. You may get 100,000 and you make value of 1 shillings. Lakini hapa akaambiwa enda one thing, akapewa uwezo. The Saccos this day wanawezesha, sio kutajirisha, wanawezesha, wanakuwezesha. It make you to know you can be somebody. That is the value, that's the work of the money. That's the work of the Saccos. And I do believe, I don't know whether that is the real goal, but to my understanding, Sacco wanawezesha mtu. Wanakupatia pesa, wanakuambia enda ujifanyie kitu nazo na urudishe ili mtu mwingine naye apate na mwingine apate. It is a circulating kind of business that help you to help the other, and the other to help me also. So this man went and did his best work. He did kazi nzuri na pesa vile alipewa, na huyu wa pili naye akapewa, naye akaenda akafanya kazi as his ability, according to one ability. Hivyo ndivyo alipea. Wewe waweza 10, wewe waweza 5, as your ability state. Wewe waweza 2, as your ability state. Wewe waweza 1, as your ability state. Wakapewa na kapewa mamlaka. Edeni, it is my money. Do with the money the way you want, so long it will help you and help me go. The first, when the master came back, though they were given according to their property, the property according to the master's will, akaanzia kuwaita. Akaita ule wa kwanza akamwambia, Joe, what did you do with the money? Unajua kuna shida moja, ushukue runi ukanunue guo. Do you know that is a problem, a major problem? Because when the master of the money will come and ask you, give me back, you will start complaining. Then wapili akaanza, wakati alisema vile amefanya, aliambiwa, good friend, well done. Hao watu hata wakiwaona, when they are asking money, they cannot have any other word. Give me back the money because you borrowed for this duration and the money has been in your hands. So can we now start having our money? Can they say, well done, you have done it good? I want also to see the second one also brought 2 more because he was responsible of the master's money. He brought 2. I have a problem with one person, the third person, and I do believe wale wote wako hapa sio hawa. The category C people. Alishukua talent akaweka kwa mchanga. Literally, na ni ushuhuda wake, I dug a hole, I put your talent there. Kwa nini? Eni najua ni mtu yeko yuwa katele nejo ye mudu mui, mtu ambaye anafikiria hali yake mwenyewe. Unafuna kule hujapanda, nikaificha nikangungojea nikurudishie ile nilikupatia. I think this man, hatuwezi kuwa na watu wa aina hiyo. Kanisani ninawaita watu wa talanta moja, na wako na shinda sana kwa sababu watu wa talanta moja ndiye wanaona wale wengine na wanaona hawa ni watu wabaya. Ninakujua wewe, nauliza kule hujapanda, unajipenda sana. Huyo mtu, watu wa talanta moja ni wabaya sana. Watu wa talanta moja hawajioni, wanaona wale wengine. Kuna wengine wataanzia kusema hata hawa watu wanatuonea. Sasa walinikopesha pesa kidogo na wananitisha kama walinipatia milioni. No, capability yako ilikuwa ya 1 talent. Na ni vyema kuelewa, you cannot borrow 500,000 if your capability can only allow you to borrow 100,000. Kwa sababu wakati unaambia sasa rudisha, utaona kama ni kunyaganywa, unanyaganywa. Na kwa sababu nyinyi ninajua hata kama sio wa Presbyterian ni washirika wa makanisa mengi au madhehebu tofauti, ni vyema kuelewa watu wa talanta moja wako na shida. People who don't see very far. See far for God to help you to see the farthest. But you cannot reach your eyes where God can reach. You have to see where you can reach for God to help you to see the farthest He wants you to see. Hawa watu nimalize na kusema, in the midst of this complaint, the master condemned that person. Never allow yourself to be condemned by the law of the Sacco. Because ulipewa with your capability, ulitakiwa ufanye vile inatakikana, na wakati wa kurudisha urudishe kulingana na masharti ya Sacco. Never blame those people who are managing, kusema ya kwamba ninajua hawa, nilijua hata wakati nilibemba, nilijua wataniingilia. Come on, what else did you want them to do? So my only concern, my dear brethren, ni ya kwamba this is a Sacco, iko na masharti, kusave tutasave, tukitaka twapewa, tukiitishwa twarudi. And I said earlier, it's a kind of circulating business, so that you help me, I help you, we help the other. And with that circulating, be the team prayer. Be the team prayer. Kanisa tunaambia, if you see, kuna mtu mmoja wa kule alikuwa prime minister akasema, religion without sacrifice. The religion without sacrifice is dead. Nayo kuingia kwa Sacco is one thing. But if you don't maintain the Sacco, you don't make it grow by borrowing and using and refunding, then it means we are not sacrificing. We need to sacrifice. Not that we have money. We have very little, but little can be built to be more. It can be a mountain if we build it faithfully. So you are coming here, AGM hii, mimi ni ya kwanza, nitajua, nitasikia kile kinaendelea, lakini ninajua, if we can imitate these people, let us not imitate the third person. Usipewa pesa kidogo, ukose kuiweka, dahero ikumine kangagure guo. No. In fact, you will blame the Sacco if you do that. Even if today, hata leo tukienda tukope tukakule, surely tomorrow the Somaka will ask. But if you save slowly and slowly, because that is the motto of this text, that upate, ufanye kazi naye, ulegeshe mwenyewe. Ulipewa kiwango hiki, utumie, ulegeshewe mwenyewe ikitakikana, ili mwingine naye anapewa. The order of this master was that, ninakupatia ukafanye kazi naye, fanya, lakini kuna wakati nitakuitisha urudishe, mwingine anapewa. The second person, huyu aliambiwa, kwa sababu wewe uliniona niko na mlio, akanyaganywa, ikapewa ule anafanya kazi. Let us work, tufanye kazi, ili nasi tusaidiwe na yale tunafanya. And with a few remarks, ningeomba kwa sababu hii ni mkutano wa pesa, nikae na mimi nisikize dakika 2, alafu nijue kile kinaendelea. Who knows? Hata mimi naweza kuingia. If you convert me. But if you don't convert me, sitaki niwe huyu mtu wa mwisho kusema sikuelewa ni kwa nini niliingia. So, my dear brethren, work with the money you are given. Save, borrow, spend and return. That is the order. And as if we continue secreting that way, tutainua ule yako. Si mnajua mguu hii baisikeli mkiendesha, ikienda pale chini, hii mguu mwingine inasukuma hii ingine ili iende juu. Kwa hivyo hakuna mguu utakaa pale chini. Ule uko na nguvu unainua hii ingine, the pendo inainua, tunainuana, tunazungusha, tunashungusha, and in the final analysis, the journey we will make it. With God, all things are possible. God bless you. Tuombe. Asante Mfalme kwa wakati mdogo ule umetupatia kuwa nasi, tuongoze kwa mkutano huu na tuwe tukijua ya kwamba Sacco hii ni yetu, ni ya matumizi yetu, na wale wote tunapenda, hata wale wanaongoza ni wale wamepewa mamlaka na kundi hili, watuongoze ili tuone mambo inabadilika katika familia zetu, inabadilika katika watoto wetu, na mambo imekuwa mazuri kwa sababu ya kile tunapata kutoka hii Sacco. Ni asanti kwa mwaliko ule nilipewa siku hii ya leo kuwa nao. Nimeipokea kwa baraka nyingi na nimesema ninashukuru kwa wale wote wamekuja siku hii ya leo. Maombi yangu Mungu wetu wa rehema nyingi ni yale yote tutazungumza yawe ya manufaa kwa kila mmoja, na tumeomba hayo katika jina lake Yesu Kristo mwokozi wetu, amen.
That's a beautiful devotion. At a time like this, it befits the occasion of investors like we are. I'm not going to repeat what he has said, but I only want to remind you of golden principle of investment. You do not harvest before you plant. You plant before you harvest, and you harvest as much as you planted. Praise God. And you seize every opportunity that comes your way. And in view of that, we have two investors. One, Alpha Lad, took the opportunity of this moment to advertise his business. Alpha Lad Investments Limited deals with land and property. If you have your calendar with you, you can see he's selling broti maguta. There is also another investor who has aligned himself with the Word of God. He has calendars with spiritual leaders, and he's also taking advantage of this moment, and he's selling each one of them at 200 shillings, and it is good. And from there I can read the agendas of the day, and I welcome you to East Akiba, and East Akiba Sacco Limited, together we succeed. Members' annual general meeting to be held on 29th January 2022 at this time. Notice is hereby given that the annual general meeting of East Akiba Sacco Limited will be held on Saturday 29th January 2022 at PCEA NGUNDU from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. To 1 p.m. Agendas, devotion, we've done with devotion. Then we have welcomes and introductions, highlights on the online system, chairperson report on the audited financial statement for the financial year ended 31st January 2021, budget for 2022 to 2023, questions and answers session, and AOB, remarks by the ministry representatives, that Minister of Cooperative, and then we have elections, and the last item, vote of thanks and closing prayer. This is prepared by Nespat Itonga, Chairman, East Akiba Limited. And having done that, I'm going to invite the Chairman to do the opening remarks and introduction. Chairman, it's your time.
Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Nimeondoka hapa ndio nitoe barakoa. Jana nilifika kwa daktari nikaambiwa niko sawa. Kwa hivyo sina wasi, msiwe na wasi. Mambo ni sawa. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Ningaliomba Peter Sakaketi, ako wapi Peter? Tafadhali karibia pande hii. Francis, Mr. Francis Njau amefika? Peter, ningeomba ukuja hapa mbele kabisa. Good. Washirika wakuu, wageni walioalikwa, itifaki zote zikiangaliwa, mabibi na mabwana, habari za asubuhi. Mimi langu ni kuwakaribisha na mkono mkunjufu katika mkutano huu wa pili wa shirika hili la Akiba Sacco, ili tukaweza kuwatolea makadirio ya mahesabu ya miaka ambayo imepita 2. Lakini kabla hatuza fika kwa ile kipindi, ningetaka kwanza kuwazulisha wageni na wale wengine tuko nao ambao wameungamana nasi katika kipindi hiki. Kwanza nikianza na mchungaji msimamizi wa parokia ya Lwai Mashariki, Bwana Reverend Samuel Mulito, ambaye alikuwa anatupea devotion hapa. Tuko na afisa msimamizi mwandalizi wa ushirika katika eneo la Kasarani sub-county, Bwana Francis Njau, ambaye ako njiani, atakuwa nasi muda usio mrefu. Ningetaka kutambua kalani mkuu wa parokia hii yetu ambaye amewasili, Elda Geshuke, asante kwa kuja. Ningetaka pia kutambua Bwana Peter Sakaketi ambaye nilikuwa naita ameketi wapi? Simama tafadhali. Huyu naye ni mwakilishi wa Conde Limited, ambayo ni washirika ambao wanatusaidia na kufanya ile mtandao wa online ambao wa mobile banking. Tumpigie makofi. Tuko na ofisi andalizi, ofisi kuu ambao nitataza Elda Kinyanjui ambaye ni makamu wa mwenyekiti. Tuko na mweka hazina Elda Peter Kimani ambaye tuko naye hapa. Tuko na ofisi ya mikopo ambayo tuko na Elda Grace Yakobo ambaye tuko naye hapa. Tuko na Elda Esther Waitiki ambaye tuko naye hapa. Na tuko na apology ya Elda Helen Siampaka ambaye ameomba apology, amesikana pale kwa kazi. Katika swala ile ofisi kuu nilisahau kumtaja kalani wetu ambaye ni Elda Munene. Pole Elda, niliangalia pande hii nikasahau pande ya kushoto. Tuko naye hapa. Kuna ofisi ya uangalizi ambayo tuko na Elda wetu Elda Kirigia. Tulikuwa na Elda Ngali katika hiyo ofisi, lakini akaomba muda, akasema ameshikamana. Kwa hivyo hiyo ni kiti tutakuwa tunazaza siku ya leo. Na tulikuwa na mwingine wetu alikuwa anaitwa Mr. Moses Mulegi ambaye alituacha kwa mapenzi ya Mwenyezi Mungu, so atuko naye wakati huu. Tuko na muhakiki wetu ambaye ni auditor. Liona Christopher Kinyanjui hako pande gani? Nimuona pahali, nafikiri yako nje. Sijui kwa nini wako nje. Wangeambiwa waingie ndani ndio tuwe pamoja. Hako hapo, atakuja, mtamtambua wakati atakuwa anakadiri vile ameona vitabu zetu mwakani huu. Nimeona tuko pia na wazee wa kanisa miongoni mwetu. Ningewaomba wasimame pahali waliko. We appreciate your coming. Wale wazee wa kanisa tuko nao katika kikao hiki, asanteni sana kwa kuja kwenu. Ningeomba pia niombe wazee wote wale wamekuja kama washirika wasimame. We recognize you, we value you. Wasimame tafadhali. Wazee wote wale wamekuja kwa niaba ya hii mkutano, si wa kanisa, lakini wewe ni mzee mwenye trouser, umevaa mfuto, umetutembelea, wewe ni baba, wewe ni kijana, simama tafadhali. Congratulations. Wamama, wachichana wote tusimame. We value you. We want to appreciate your coming. Thanks a lot. Mimi sitamwambia msikie mko nyumbani kwa sababu najua hapa si nyumbani, lakini nawakaribisha muwe pamoja mpate joto ya familia ya East Akiba Sacco. Asanteni.
Okay, thank you, our chairman. And we are doing fine. And I think this is the time to read the minutes of the last AGM. East Akiba Sacco meeting minutes dated 12th October 2019, held at PCEA NGUNDU Church. The meeting started at 10:15 a.m. with praise, song, and prayer from the chair, Elder Nespat Ketonga. Agendas: devotion, welcome remarks, education session, audited report, proposed budget, question and answers session, cooperative representative elections, vote of thanks, and prayers. Minute 1, 2019 devotion. This was led by our minister, Reverend Daniel, committed from the book of Mark 2, verse 1, beginning by reckoning that today is an important day for us and Arthritis family as we look forward to the below 2 hours expected record to be set by Bernard Kipchoge in marathon sponsored by NOS. We are people who set goals and proceed to achieve them. No human is limited, and you can break barriers. It is all about spreading positivity. Imitation is limitation. The devotion went further to analyze the factors of success as follows. 1, this is regards Kipchoge. Shoes, Kipchoge will run with Nike shoes. They have up to 4% efficiency. Upgrade and look at how you are equipped to run. 2, pacers. Fellow runners who accompany, they block the weed. You must have pacer in this walk. You have to have your pacer. 3, the cause of running. It was roundabouts, weather, wet, and spotlights, and different indicators for the different points. Number 4, the fitness and fastness of the runner, that is food hits, exercise, engaged and practice. 5, past victories. He has won 10 out of 11, and then look at your past blessings and victories. The 4 lepers were determined to reach their destination no matter what, and they became, and they will be the shock absorbers. Know your cause. We be the men, people of integrity, to borrow and pay promptly. Past past victories can look unto and soldier on. Minute 2, 2019, welcome note. The chairman, Elder Nesfat Gitoga, welcomed members and gave the geography of the place and the program of the day, finishing with an introduction of the guests, who are Reverend Daniel Kamite, our parish ministers then, Elder Beatrice Mudhoni PCEA NGUNDU, the chairperson, and BG Mungare, Darim consultants. Executive Office of the Sacco then, Peter Kimani, Treasurer, Elder Samuel Kenyanjui, Vice Chairman, Elder Nathaniel Munene, Secretary. Our Supervisory Committee, Elder George Ngari, Elder Esther Waitiki, Elder Henry Mugambi. Our Credit Committee, Elder David Kimamo, Elder Julius Kirigia, Elder Grace Gakofo. Our congregation representatives, we had Elder Jacinta Jeroge, PCEA Gituamba, Elder Rosemary Mukongo, PCEA Emmanuel, Elder Peter Kenodia, PCEA Bethany, Mrs. Geshangi, PCEA Bethany, Ruthi Kedi, Secretary of the Parish, Mrs. Hannah Nyoto, Good News, Caroline Taiko, Account Clerk, Evelyn Weronga, Cooperative Assistant Senior Officer, Kasarani Sub-County, and Auditor Christopher Mugai. Minute 3, 2019 education session. The training included the following: the Cooperative Society, an autonomous association of persons united voluntarily to meet their common economic, social, and cultural needs, cluster needs, social and culture, through a jointly owned and democratically controlled enterprise. It operates on values and cooperative principles. It's the only model where you are an investor and a customer. Values. First started in 1984 in Scotland by a group of hawkers. Guidelines called principles: honesty, integrity, and selflessness. Principle of cooperatives or cooperative circles. Kenya has 22,000 cooperatives. Nairobi has 3,000 with a population of 12 million. Those dependent on cooperatives in Kenya are many. Kenya is number 1 in cooperative loans portfolio in the world. Points: open voluntary membership, democratic member control, autonomy and independent, economic participation by members, education, training and information, cooperation among cooperators, concern for the community in general, and what happens to your next door neighbor should take care of that. Benefits: have empowered people within the community to be what they want to be. Savings countrywide is 742 billion. Then East Akiba had 9 million. Protect members from exploitation by giving them a common voice. Provide low cost in production and loans, interest rates at 1% per month. Leverage savings, democratic structures, employment of community. Rights: attend, participate in general meeting like this one, be held by the board at all times, be heard by the board at all times, or legitimate information relating to the Sacco, e.g. bylaws, minutes of general meeting, and receive records of deposits. All other rights are prescribed in the Act. Other regulations. Obligations: observe, comply by the laws and decisions of the cooperatives, make use of Sacco services as stated in the Act, comply with general meeting resolutions, be faithful, honest in all dealings, e.g. decline in cluster lending. 80% of Kenyans have intention to pay back. Refrain from businesses of money, lending that is in competition with the Sacco. Protective image of the Sacco. Participate in members' education days. meet all obligation, deposit, repay promptly, borrowing responsibly, cost of credit that one is taking, do what others are doing, but think what others are not thinking. Minute 4, 2019, Chairman's report. The idea of the Sacco was conceived in March 2016 and has grown in membership and value. The growth since then is as follows. Membership by year end of 2017, we had 136 members. 2018, we had 237 members. That's a growth of 74%. Our share capital by year end of 2017, we had 164,000. 2018, we had 290,000. That's another 74% growth. Savings by the end of 2017, we had 242,000. By year 2018, we had a saving of 745,347, and that was a 93% growth. Loans by the end of 2017, we had 3,010,500. By 2018, we had 7,407,500. The growth was tremendous because it was 146%. Interest on loans. 2017, we had 146,997. Interest on loan, again on 2018, we had 523,565. That was 256% increase or growth. Other issues, 2016, 2017, we had no physical office, but now we have. We employed a permanent accounts clerk. 2019, acquired office equipment and cabinets. We engaged an insurance company for members' loan. And last respect, we have an insurance cover of 20,000. Unforeseen events and charges. Low reserves. Sacco started from zero. Loans were never well followed from the congregation level. 2, lack of an office hampered the credit and supervisory committee. 3, very few members taking loans. Issues were chamas allowed. By the end of 2017, 31 loans were issued. By end of 2018, 70 out of 218 members had taken loans. That was 30.7%. Substandard loans installment raised method payment. Out of that one, 7 to 12 doubtful loans to the success of 2018 could have declared dividend but needed. More recruitment, 2019-2020 marketing office of the Sacco. Members to save consistently, else they will be levied a penalty for non-payment. Policy to reward highest savers. Only 69 out of 237 had taken loans. Recognizing or rewarding those taking and paying loans promptly. Wants to join Cusco and CRB. Implementation of monthly statutory charges, loan repayment timely. Online portal for bank and Sacco accounts. A cash saving, notify the office latest by following day possibility within 2 days. Sign for direct debit with the bank. Installation of cooperative management system to have software for soft loans borrowing or to update savings. 5-year strategy plan. By every Wednesday noon, ensure your loan applications are at the office for quick loan processing. 2020 to 2025, management will conduct a consultative process. Critical areas of the focus on marketing, credit management, internal business process, and deposits. Minute 5, 2019 elections. Elections cooperative officer is the legal officer to take up as our returning officer. A third of those holding brief have to retire and will be eligible for election. All retiring members are eligible for re-election, and the chair thanked the members and cooperative officer, the auditor, and PCEA NGUNDU management for allowing Sacco to use her premises. Minute 6, 2019, audited accounts report. The audited report is to confirm the status of affairs of the Sacco. Audited accounts were for the years ended 2019-2018, or respectively. The auditors referring to the profit and loss account and the balance sheet for the year reported on the following. Year 2018, surplus 394, 193. Provision in the produce for those who have consecutively never paid for the loans of 579, 398 shillings. Income 2018, 525, 465. 2017, 146, 997. Sacco did not have expenses in the year 2017, but however, in 2018, there were expenses for rent, clerk salary, and purchase of office equipment. The accounts were approved by Elder Gathari Mukoni and seconded by Elder Esther Waitiki. Minute 7, 2019 proposed budget. The budget was as follows. Income, interest on loan 700,000, administration fee 50,000, fines 50,000, registration 200,000. Salaries 550,000, office rent 80,000, office administration 40,000, travel 30,000, communication 20,000, auditing 30,000, education 20,000, AGM 30,000. Cooperative, salary and wages 200,000, advertising 100,000. The budget was proposed by Moses Muregi and seconded by Elder Jane Gekonyo. The elected officials are as follows, as below. Minute 8, 2019 elections. According to the law, a third of the executive retires and remains eligible for election. Retiring officers are as below. Vice Chairman, Elder Samuel Kenyajui. Secretary, Elder Nathaniel Munene. Supervisory Committee, Elder David Kimamo. Credit Committee, Elder Grace Gakofo. The office after election, Executive Office, Chair Elder Nesfati Gitonga, Vice Chair Elder Samuel Kenyajui after re-election, and his re-election was proposed by Kingori, seconded by Sarah Rukunga. Votes 47 against 71. Treasurer Elder Kimani PK. Secretary Elder Nathaniel Munene proposed by Elder Gathari, seconded by Mother Samuel, with votes of 44 against 71. Credit Committee, Elder Grace Gakofo proposed by Eunice Diangui, seconded by Juliet Davy, votes 40 against 71. Elder Esther Waitiki, Elder Helen Mugabi, that's Credit Committee. We are just about to finish. Supervisory Committee, Elder George Ngari, Elder Julius Kirigia proposed by Mr. Kingori, seconded by Elder Mugabi, votes 19 out of 71 votes. Mr. Muregi proposed by Mr. Stanley Washira and Dorcas Muto. He gained 25, a total of 71 votes. We didn't include the others. That's why you fight at 25 getting the elected out of 71 votes. Minute 10, 2019 Kasarani Sub-County Cooperative Rep, Evelyn Werunga. Evelyn Werunga, our Sub-County Cooperative Representative, has the following comments. The minimum contribution per member of 500 shillings per month is too low, since this translates to 16 shillings per day. An amount which means it will take a long time to boost the Sacco in terms of shares and growth. Fixed deposits should be a thought for the Sacco over the coming period. Members should be encouraged to borrow. They need to engage in business idea forums that can assist them with business ideas which will translate to borrowing. Lastly, as an advice note, let us all be careful when registering our IDs and PINs, since this can be used for the wrong reasons by malicious people. Minute 11, 2019, vote of thanks. Our vote of thanks was given by Juliet Davy, and at the same time she prayed for a cup of tea and snacks. And then the meeting ended at 2:30 p.m. with prayer from our then Reverend Daniel Committee. Members, that was what was captured during that AGM. Chairman.
Asante Secretary kwa hii orodha ya yale tuliongea wakati ule. Ningaliomba wale tulikuwa nao wakati huo tuidhinishe kama hayo ndio tulizungumza wakati ule ndio tuweze kuendelea. Wale alikuwa ningetaka na mmoja proposer na seconder. Proposer. Okay, tuko na Mr. Patrick Wambugu, seconded. Okay, we have two seconders. We have Mwamugongo and Lieutenant Kadhari pale. Thank you. Maybe kuna mtu angetaka kuwe na mabadiliko pahali, kuna pahali aza sikia kulingia vizuri, ama kuna kitu ya kuongeza kwa zile minutes. Nionye kwa ishara ya mkono. Asante. So the minutes have been proposed and seconded. Thanks. Let me take this opportunity. Kuna watu tu niliona niache kidogo kwa sababu niliona walikuwa busy na kazi wakati nilikuwa natambulisha watu. Niona mhakiki bwana Auditor Christopher Kinyanjui sababu simama watu wakuone. Asante. Tuko na wainjilisti wetu bwana Munyaka, bwana Manyaki sisi ametoka kidogo. Tuko na kijana wetu wa mitambo Mr. Mugo ako hapa. Ningeliomba ofisi ya wafanyikazi ya East Sacco kama wako hapa pamoja nasi, ningewaomba tu wakuja hapa mbele kwa dakika chache. Kalo ningetaka uite Timothy kwa dakika chache muje. Kabla wakuje, ningetaka kutambua kuemo kwa mchungaji Kalani Kuria. Mchungaji tafadhali simama usalimie watu pahali huko. Asanti kwa sababu ya kuja. Thanks. Kalo ungeachana na mazi kidogo usimame hapa ndio tuende haraka. Umbali kwa kulia tuko na Haya, umbali wa kulia tuko na ambaye ni mwenyekiti wa hiyo Sacco ambaye ni Timothy Wambugu. Ainue mkono. Sorry, manager. Naambiwa ni manager, si mwenyekiti. Thanks for the collection. Haya, tuko na Dolin Kali, huyu ako upande ya marketing. Tuko na Caroline Taiko ambaye ni kalani pale kwa ofisi. Na tuko na Teresia Gisangi ambaye pia ako upande wa marketing. Asanteni, ningeomba tu kabla mketi labda mseme tu hai kwa wanashirika hawa alafu tuendelee.
Kwa majina mmesikia, tumeshukuru sana kwa kuwork with us. Tumeona tumegrow kwa Sacco. Kama mimi niko on the ground, I can say that you people were good. Continue being good. Mungu awabariki.
Praise God. Okay, kwa majina mmesikia naitwa Doreen. Nashukuru nyi wote kwa kukuja. We told you to come and you've responded very well, and I'm very grateful because wale wote nimeambia waingie, I've spread the good gospel about the Sacco. You've all come. I'm very grateful, and as you go out there, you have a friend, you have a relative, please go and preach the good news about East Akiba Sacco. Thank you.
Hallelujah. Bwana asifiwe. I am Caroline Joki Taiku, as told. I am the accounts clerk. I am honored by your presence. Watu wengi najua majina but sijui kuwaona. In case you have a question, you can pass by the office. There is a number that you can call and we are free to help you. Our services are readily available. God bless you.
Praise God. Kwa majina naitwa Timothy Wambugu. Mimi ndio manager kwa hii Sacco. So nawashukuru kwa kuja kwa leo na naomba tuendelee kushikiana pamoja. God bless you.
Kwa hiyo kipindi acha nirudishe kwa katibu.
Now we are in the fifth item, Treasurer's report. In fact, sixth item, Treasurer's report. Oh, Chairman's report, and then Treasurer's report, and then Auditor's report in that order.
I will give the chairman's report, but before that, let him say again, we are grateful for your effort and commitment to come here, witness, change, and also advise about your Sacco. You know, there is nobody who keeps a business. You have a shop, and nobody dares to go and check on it. But you people, you have made your commitment. I know you have left your other cause and decided to come to this AGM so that we can work together. We appreciate you. I will go just straight to my report. It will be screened on the screens. It This is the East Akiba Sacco Limited second annual general meeting held on 29th January 2022 at PCEA NGUNDU Church, and this is the chairman's report. Go to the second slide. Slide number 2. It's already on the screen, so we can move together. Distinguished cooperators, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed, good morning. I welcome you to our second annual general meeting, where we shall be tabling our performance reports. It cannot be better said, but your presence here today marks a powerful beginning of another level of achievement for East Akiba Sacco Limited. I will not tell you to feel at home, but I will welcome you to the warmth of the East Akiba family, the Sacco of the future. Shortly, we will be reflecting on our operational and financial delivery of East Akiba Sacco Limited. But before then, again, I recognize the presence of our visitors and our invited guests and our able cooperators. We go to slide number 4. It was on March 2016 when we received the green light to lay a foundation of East Akiba Sacco Limited with an intention of being a church-driven Sacco. We started like a drop in the ocean, which is now spreading to give enough water to all of us. During this period of 5.5 years, the Sacco has grown both in membership and value. Membership has increased in both the share capital of the Sacco and the savings of the members. Where value here we are measuring by comparison of the assets in the balance sheet, especially loans issued and the retained earnings of the Sacco. The growth is indicated in the table below by comparing its account by end of 2018 and 2021. We are comparing that period because that is the time we had our last AGM, although we need the audited accounts for the year 2019-2020. But due to restrictions of the COVID-19, now we could not have held the AGM during the year 2020 and the year 2021. And that is why now we took the opportunity to hold this AGM this early year 2022. Go to slide number 5. That shows the comparison. If you can be able to expand it, I think it's not clear. But in terms of membership, at the end of 2018, that the 1st December 2018, we had 237 members. As at the end of 2021, we have 541 members. This growth in membership is 304. In comparison, in terms of percentage, in 2018 it was 74% from the previous 2017. But from 2018 to now, we had a 128% in membership growth. Share capital in Kenyan shillings, at the end of 2018, we had 290,000. At the end of 2021, we have 716,500,000. Difference in growth is 456,500,000. In terms of percentage, it was 74 in 2018. Comparative from 2018 to now, we are talking of 147% in growth. I hope in membership savings in Kenya shillings, as at the end of 2018, we had 7,453,479. At the end of 2021, we had 19,959,576. Difference in growth in terms of Kenya shillings, 11,117,236. Percentage in growth in that time from 2017 to 2018 was 1.6%. 2018 to current, we have 150% growth. Interest earned from loans, at the end of 2018, we had 523,565. At the end of 2021, we are talking of 2,803,543. Growth in amount is 2,279,938. Percentage in growth as at the end of 2018 compared to 2017 was 256%. But comparative of 2018 to current, we are talking of 435%. You should be clapping for yourselves. We are talking of over 100% growth in every aspect, where it's in membership, share capital, savings, loans, and even interest. You go to the slide number 6. We are talking about other salient growths within the Sacco. That's going to be slide number 6. Other salient growths. We are talking now of a fully-fledged office where members can access the services. We are also talking of we have permanently employed 4 permanent employees to support its activities. This, combined with the office, has greatly improved services to the members, which has also improved loan repayments because of updated records of all members. During the period, the management has updated the office equipment and installed an online system for accurate recording of members' transactions. Now member statements are readily available for perusal and review. The office has also rolled out the East Akiba Sacco Limited website for ease of new membership registration, information, and to market the Sacco to the international market. The management has also acquired and still to follow on the policy with CIC to provide cover for members' loans against debt or total and permanent disability of all the insured members. This was number 6. We can go to number 7. This is a summary of the report of the Supervisory and the Credit Committee, where the Supervisory Committee has certified that the running of the Sacco affairs was satisfactory during the period under review. The Credit Committee has also certified that the request and issuance of loans was done satisfactorily during the period under review. However, the committee noted challenges of incomplete data in loan request forms and the multiple guarantorship beyond one shares. This is where I know most of the people had been told, no, you have brought your loan form, go back and run your guarantors, because when the guarantors were checked, maybe they have guaranteed more than 4 people beyond the shares they have, and this is against the bylaw, so that was noted by the Credit Committee. These results, combined with our progress in sustainability initiatives and the commitment, make 2021 a very successful year. While the executive continued to focus on the execution of our strategy and the management of risks related to the external environment in our operations, we had a few unforeseen events to continue with, as outlined herein. If you go to the other slide, we will see the challenges experienced during the period. Low reserves. Reserves are from retained surplus. This was due to lower amount of interest from few issued loans and large provision for loss allowance due to the irregular or no loan repayments by members with loans. This was basically so because of the effects of COVID-19. You remember, especially in the 2020 and 2021, we had a bigger challenge of the COVID 2020, and we received a lot of requests from members with loans, either to hold or to extend the loan payments because of those effects. Indeed, even the government had requested the financial institutions to allow its members a period so that at least they can recover because of those effects. It is God said, and God, we thank God that we are able to announce growth over 100% despite those challenges which we experienced in last year and the whole of 2020. God is great to this Sacco. The ban on physical meetings, especially in the year 20 of the management, credit and supervisory committees to ensure proper checks and balances, slowed down the Sacco progress. Meetings were not allowed. Members could not meet, the office could not meet, but at least we allowed members to continue taking the loans so that at least they could grow their businesses or they could meet their demands which they had at the time. Despite the credit committees and even the management not able to meet or even us not able to have such a NGM during the time, we are able to allow that. And that's why I am saying God is great because we are able to record that in growth. However, slightly above a quarter of the members have taken a loan with the Sacco as indicated in the table below. Another great challenge we are experiencing with the Sacco today is that most of us seated here, a lot of us have saved in the Sacco but have not taken loans. The Sacco can only grow when you take loan and you pay promptly at the right time at the required amount. The interest we are going, that is the one which is helping us to reckon this growth. We should be reckoning over even 500% growth if everybody of us has taken a loan and paid on time as required. But now, as comparatively the table which is below there, the figures you can see there, in 2018 when we had 237 members, only 70 people when we are doing the AGM had taken loans. And this was just partly 30.7%. In 2021, by the end of 2021, at the total of 541 members, number of members with loans is only 136. You can see our performance in that has gone down to 25.1. We should be saying 100%. Because what we are saying in the East Akiba Sacco, there is money for you to borrow loans. And as the our Reverend has said, when we borrow and you pay on time, this Sacco will be scaling greater heights in the years to come. We will be talking of massive investments, massive employments of our youth, massive expansion of our churches, massive expansion of our businesses. If we take loans and as we have been advised through the devotion, we pay them without being followed by the office to pay the loans. Go to the next slide. We are saying that that should be slide number 10. We are saying that due to the success year of 2021, the management has confirmed that a surplus of the financial year, there is a surplus in that financial year, which the treasurer will be giving more details so that you, as the AGM, you can declare what you want to do with the surplus which he was able to get within those 2 years. We need to check on future prospects of the Sacco. And we are saying the Sacco has potential for growth as explained if the following are consistently maintained. More recruitment of members by forecasting marketing of the Sacco. In this year's budget, we have put a provision for marketing initiatives to market the Sacco within and without our borders. Expansion of the Sacco office to ensure that we have adequate working space for the technical personnel and have a conducive working environment. We want to expand the Sacco because we have seen we have more workers, and as we go by, we might be needing more because as we market the Sacco outside there, we need also to ensure that we have technical capable staff to continue marketing our Sacco there if we have to maintain our growth. We want to focus on bright investments opportunities arising which boost the Sacco. We are looking after investment opportunities like land. You know, earlier on we didn't have many facilities in the Sacco. What we have been doing was only giving out loans, and we have been defending on growth with those loans we are giving. But through your allowance, we can now focus on investments. Maybe we buy land, after 1 year, we cut in small portions, we sell to our members at a better fee, and to outside members at another better fee. And that money is plowed back to the Sacco so that we are able to get, if we declare dividends, we are able to get good dividends at a good percentage. If we are able to expand and to even to have, as we said later on, we are focusing that very soon, East Akiba Sacco will be a FOSA operated Sacco, where we open a bank, people come deposit, and we give other services if we take the line we are taking under God's guidance. Members consistently saving as this will give members more resources for borrowing. We realize that members do not consistently save as expected and guided by the laws. Members who do not save consistently will be levied a penalty to ensure that the equity is maintained. In fact, if we look at the Saccos around, Umoja, Wendano, Lwai, the others, monthly savings are very high. 1,500, when you are a member, you have to buy shares of a certain amount before you become a member. But as we have regulated, at least minimum savings of only 500 shillings per month. Those who operate chamas, I know they are very committed and trustworthy in their chamas. So we request, even as this year round and time round, that 500 as a minimum. Although you would want to save 5,000, but if you don't get that 5,000, make sure you save your minimum 500 shillings. It will go a long way in helping yourself and even helping your partner in this journey of investments and savings. We want now this year round to prepare a policy to recognize members with their shares per share. Next year, if God will keep us, we want us to recognize people who will have saved theirs with the Sacco. We give them recognition depending on the policy the management will develop, so that we say kudos, because those are the factors driving us forward in achieving our objectives of making us comfortable as we would like. More uptakes of loans by more members. As we have said, we noted that only 136 of the 541 are taken loans by end of 2021. Members are encouraged to get more loans to enable the second group. It is through those interests. So But as the Reverend said, don't be like the third worker who said you want to reap where you have not sown. So let us encourage people. Let's look for business to put this money. We plow back the interest so that your Sacco, because it's your Sacco, it grows. Continue. Slide number 12. This is picture prospects continued. We will agree with me that it has been a painful experience, especially with the management, where most of the people took loans, but when you go to ask for the loans, they have delayed for 1 month, 2 months, they have not paid. It looks like a personal issue. But to protect the members' savings and money, because I wouldn't like a situation where one day or another time I might not be there, or I might be the chairman then, and I hear that now East Akiba Sacco has gone down with the members' money. We need to take statutory entities like SASRA, Cusco, and CLMB. We want to profile. If you had taken loan in Umoja Wendani, you didn't pay. Why should you come to East Akiba? You also take a loan, you don't pay. We need to profile that. That's why we are saying we are focusing on that, because that is the way things are going nowadays. We wouldn't like a situation where one day we come and we are yelling that East Akiba has no more because people have taken all the money, they are not repaying. We will be opening an online portal on board for the bank account and M-Pesa, where members will be required to indicate their names whenever deposit funds in the Saccos, M-Pesa, or bank accounts. We have noticed that most of the people, when you bank, direct to the bank. It is only when we are getting statements to reconcile the accounts we are able to know. But we want now, on time, we get indicators that through the online system, like they are available now. When you bank, you are told that your money, you bank this, it gives you an SMS. When you bank, it tells us so and so has banked this money, so that updating the records is due time. We don't have to rely on the banking statements so that we update our records. That way we are already on course with that, because it will ease the reconciliation process. We want to sign a direct indemnity agreement with the bank, where we can have internal transfers. You don't have to go and withdraw money from your bank so that you pay East Akiba Sacco. You allow you to fill a form so that the bank, you authorize your bank, maybe on a monthly basis, please be limiting my 500 to the East Akiba Sacco, be limiting my 5,000 to East Akiba Sacco for loan repayment. Those issues, because nowadays we want to go online. Instead of that process, now you have to go withdraw money, you put in M-Pesa, you send it, because there are all those involving costs. We want to reduce those costs by signing an debit agreement. Internal account transfers, Sacco to pay the members directly to the accounts. The issue of check writing, come for your check. The check has not been paid. We want to go further where maybe after confirming everything is okay, instead of saying that the chairman is in Mombasa or is in Meru, he has not signed the check, you hear that we have limited your money to your account immediately after the credit committee has satisfied that the forms and the records are okay. Rollout of the cooperative management system. This was the system which we will be operating with, and before a while we will be giving Peter an opportunity to guide you. You'll be assessing the system through your mobile phone, through your computer, through your laptop, or through your smartphone. Because everybody now has a smartphone, you can access your account, you can see your deposit, you can see You can grant some of the online, and you see how your account is running or your accounts are running with this Akiba Sacco through your mobile phone at the comfort of your home. Instead of getting the expenses of calling, coming to the office to follow. We want you to be accessing that at the comfort of your phone. We are also looking at giving soft loans. Mesasikia M-Pesa, kuna hii Fuliza, kuna hii Tala, all those, they are very expensive, but we want to give a benefit to our members that we giving soft loans, small loans. Unataka 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. You just request through your mobile phone, we send it to you through the M-Pesa, like the freezer. But an affordable fee down like the ones you are getting from freezer. It will sort you out because we have realized most of us are suffering. Naenda pale unataka unakopa ile, it is charged at high very great rates. But hii tunakupea after 2 weeks tunakuambia please pay us back as we are paying the others. Sindio? But hoping, depending on your sales, because it will be based on your sales you have, we just give you, it is part of your money, pay us with a small interest, it will be growing the Sacco, it will be growing your savings, so that when we declare dividends and other things in the future, you are able to get good percentages. This we are saying members will be able to view their accounts online. Future projects continued. We are looking at the benefits because we want to reduce operational costs. Members assess funding on real time when needed. Now that is why now we want to request you as our great cooperators before we roll out the system, because we are almost through, as maybe the person representing the company which is developing the system is here will be saying, and they will be telling us when they are rolling it out. We want, if you have an issue with your records, please ensure that they are well done before 15th of February this year, so that when we put the records now online, we don't have issues with the records. So it's good you check with your records now with the office, so that when we put your records online, we are moving together with accuracy. We want to build a 5-year strategic plan for the Sacco, because growth comes with planning. Without planning, you cannot grow. Plans, we were nervous to put resources, to plan for resources, to plan for periods, and even now, timing, so that the Sacco within the next 5 years will be where we need it to be. And that is why we have now saying we want to focus on a 5-year strategic plan. And we are saying the East Akiba Sacco Limited strategic plan for 2021 to 2026 is the first formal framework being developed since the Sacco's establishment in 2016. We have not had this, but we want to develop it. The plan is well timed as it endeavors to provide guidance to the leadership and the management and the staff in offering efficient services to members within the continuously changing and competitive economic environment. The economic landscape in general and the cooperative sector in particular is likely to continue experiencing significant changes over the lifespan of this plan. Members' expectations as well as the market in which East Akiba Sacco operates will undoubtedly safety against the expected changes. There is no doubt whatsoever that responding to and meeting the expectation of members in this milieu, in this environment, while ensuring that East Akiba Sacco remains competitive, requires development of a well-defined, time-bound strategic actions against the backdrop of a critically analyzed environment. This also requires a clear and widely shared vision and mission, which is soundly owned by members and all stakeholders. In order to ensure that the above scenario is captured, the management will adopt a consultative process in development plan. Several working sessions will be called, which will realize direct and indirect participation of members, and the outcome of which will be used in the realization of this plan. Situational analysis will be done, and the strategic agenda developed taking into account the challenges, risks, and opportunities that exist. The plan therefore will define how Akiba Sacco will be successful within a challenging cooperative sector and the ever-changing socioeconomic environments. So when we are called for a meeting, please, so that we give you the issues, we can get your input on how the strategic plan will be actualized. Please attend the meetings as you have done today. We are almost done. 5-year strategic plan continued. We are looking at specific strategic analysis which we want to focus on during the 5 years. The following issues have been identified as the critical areas of focus for the strategic plan period, among others, to be incorporated from the members. Marketing of the society. Marketing is critical. People to know about your Sacco. Investments, like the way we are saying, if you feel we have maybe 1 million there, we can say we have got a farm land, we can buy 2 acres. Tunakata sehemu kidogo kidogo, invest for the members. Research and development. Without benchmarking with the other Saccos and going out and making research on what should be done, we cannot be able to compete well with the outside world. Because everything is changing every day, the Ministry of Cooperatives have taken keen on Saccos very much. Now there are a lot of changes which are coming. So we want to focus on research and development so that we are well informed on what is happening within the sector. Internal business processes. This is the operations of the office, the operations of the management. There will be a lot of changes going forward. Strong capital base, that is where we are requesting. When loans are being taken, please pay on time. More addition of more members, marketing. Credit management of the loans. Credit management of the loans. Follow-up of the payments of the loans and the payment of the loans. Thank you, Ingo. Ahead. I'm very grateful. I'm talking about elections. And before I talk about elections, I want to recognize the presence of Mr. Francis Njau, afisa mwandamizi wa Cooperatives Kasarani Sub-County. Huyu ndiye anasimamia eneo hili, Sacco zetu, ndiye wanaangalia, wanaona vile Sacco zinaenda, na tutampea nafasi awambie 1 or 2 items about the Saccos and about East Akiba Sacco. Karibu, Mr. Francis. We want to talk about elections. Na tunasema elections forms part of the agenda in the NGM. Procedurally, the cooperative officer is the legal officer who will conduct the elections as the returning officer. The rotation rule still applies, whereby 1 candidate committee member and 1 executive committee member have to retire this year. We also be filling the 2 vacant membership positions for the supervisory committee. New incoming office bearers should have a minimum of 100 shares to be eligible for elections. And we thank the members for their dedicated service. All the retiring officials are eligible for re-election, and we highly recommend them to be elected among members out of the elders. This part is very critical, and we started the meeting because Mr. Francis assured me that he is on the way coming. This we cannot do unless he is here, and he is the one who is the returning officer. He takes over the election part, he makes the elections so that we are able to get those people who want to lead us in the next 3 years and 1 year as the bylaws may define. Next slide, after elections. We thank the members for their dedicated services. All the retiring officials are eligible for re-election, and we highly recommend them to be elected among the members of the elders, as we have said. But that is upon your consideration, so that we wanted a mix. At least most of these years, the officials have been elders. Last year, we had one member from the ordinary membership, that was Moses Mulegi. But this time, we need to add more from the ordinary congregation. Maybe you can have slide number 16, 17, as last but not least, conclusion. I'm concluding my report by thanking all the members for patronizing the Sacco, the executive committee members for embracing team spirit, and the staff for working tirelessly during the years to realize impressive results. I also thank the cooperative officer, in this case Mr. Francis Zhao, for this valuable advice, and the PCEA NGUNDU management for allowing us to use the premises for YGM. Our future is bright, and we remain focused on our vision and mission of becoming a model Sacco that is empowering all members economically. We can also not fail to thank those who have assisted us as our partners, as we will be seeing a little while, to develop the systems and to come this far we have come. We have made a choice. I appreciate you for realizing that even if we are going to heaven, in the land of living which we are in today, we need to eat. Children need to go to school. We need to do businesses. We need to build houses. And the solutions lie with only East Akiba Sacco. Thanking you and bless you. Before I end, and before we go to the other part, the last slide says that welcome to East Akiba Sacco Limited. Join the smiling team. The last slide. And thanking you, you can see the smiling team there. And before I end out of the, which will be part, as a parting sort of the conclusion, I want to say this. Juzi mimi nimefaidika nikapata kutembelea nchi yetu jirani ya Tanzania. Na nikiwa pale mjini Dar es Salaam nikaona mambo mingi, lakini ile kitu moja ilinisaidia na nikabeba kuleta hapa nyumbani ni noti yao moja iko hapa ya 2,000. Inakaa noti ya Kenya, lakini hii ni noti ya muungano ya nchi ya Tanzania. Nchi iko na 2,000. Na wakati nilipata hii pesa nikaona nikadhani inaweza nisaidia sana, na nikaiweka kwa mfuko. Nikajua nikikuja hapa Kenya nitaenda pale kwa supermarket ninunue vitu mara 2 ya ile 1,000 ya Kenya. Na wakati nilikuja hapa nikaita mama watoto twende shopping, nikamwambia tununue vitu, tukupika pale kwa counter, tukaambiwa hii haikubaliki. Nikauliza kwa nini? Nikaambiwa hii si yetu, haikubaliki. Nataka kusema nini washirika wenzangu? Naweza kuwa na hii noti ya elfu mbili ya Muungano wa Tanzania, na niwe na noti ingine hapa ya nchi ya Kenya ya 500. Lakini ukitaka kusaidika, ukuta hizi noti mbili zimeanguka hapo njiani kwa nyumba yako ama hapo nje ukitoka, noti gani inaweza kukusaidia? Nasema hivi kwa sababu nimesikia watu wengi wanasema kuna siku kuna Sacco ambapo zimeshakomaa, Wendani, zingine Harambee Sacco, na kuambia hizo ziko mbali. Hizo ni kama hii noti ya Tanzania. East Akiba ni kama noti ya 500. Ukitaka usaidizi ni haraka na hii itakusaidia. Hii ukitaka usaidizi lazima ufunge safari kwenda Tanzania ndio ibadilike, iwe pesa ya Kenya urudi ikusaidie. Lakini hii pesa papu. East Akiba is the Sacco of the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. That was a good report indeed. All of us will accept that was a good report. Thank you, Chairman. And now we are going to the other session where our hearts belongs. The man who keeps our money. And if you look around, I don't know why those people who keeps money, they are huge. You can even now tell the person who keeps your money. He's bigger than all of us. And I'm going to give him the opportunity to see where our money is and if our money is safe. Elder PK. Clap for him as he takes the podium.
Bwana asifiwe. Tusalimiane hivi hewani. Tusimame dakika moja. Inua mikono yako juu hivi, stretch mguu. Hiyo ingine inua mguu na mikono pamoja. Haya, tukae chini. Unajua kuna watu wanasemanga pesa zikianza kutajwa nako ka usingizi kanakuja. Niseme acha nitoe mask. Msiseme huyu treasurer alikuwa anajificha sana na mask. Niseme naitwa Kimani PK. Nimeokoka, Yesu ni Bwana. Kawaida treasurer hananga report kubwa. Chairman ndio anakuanga na report kubwa. Unajua kawaida hufai ku outshine your boss. So ya treasurer inakuanga kidogo lakini ya pesa. Nataka kurecognize mkubwa wetu Bwana Njao ambaye nafanya kazi kwa ukaribu sana na yeye. Manake tukilearn hii Sacco, tukimanage, lazima tufuate sheria zote za serikali. Otherwise tutakuwa matatani. Swali la kwanza ni PK ni nani? Ama treasurer wenu ni nani? Hizi pesa mnaletanga, nani anaziangalia? Niseme PK is an investor, ni mtu wa biashara na pia amesomea mambo ya hesabu, ako na CPA K. So pesa zenu mnazo zilete, we make sure we keep them properly and we ensure we keep the books of accounts according to the policies and the concepts and all the regulations of the accounting body. Bwana asifiwe. Niseme kazi ingine yangu kama treasurer, I'm not the accountant. They are the accountants in the office. But mimi kazi yangu sana kama treasurer ni ku ensure your funds are well kept, they are safely kept. Anytime you need the money, you can get it. Bwana asifiwe. So I can assure you as your treasurer, I safeguard your funds jealously. Bwana asifiwe. Na najua hapo, najua sikuangi very popular. And I want to teach you this. You know, every time you come for a loan, maybe you have a savings of 100K and you need 300K. This 200K is coming from where? Sini savings za members. Where yako ni 100. Hizi 1,200 unataka juu on top of the 100K. Ni pesa za huyu member na yule amekaa pale nyuma na yule. So it is my work as a treasurer to ensure that if I give you this 300,000, you'll be able to pay. So that's why I ensure the form is properly filled, it's properly signed, and everything is done according to the letter. And at the back, I see and I confirm the people who have guaranteed you. Meaning, if you fail to pay, these are the people I can go for. Sawa sawa? Yes, because I would not want a situation whereby members' funds are at risk. Kwa sababu mtu alichukua pesa mingi kuliko vile angeweza kulipa. Na hapo kwa guarantors, we are very keen. We are very keen. And many a times we have told members, go back and get more guarantors. Na najua ni swali itakuja, lakini hapo tutaangalia. Kuna mtu moja kwa fomu ya guarantor hapo nyuma, kwa guarantors, aliweka PK, amemsainia. Amen. Unajua ni Nairobi. Inaitwa nini? Kanairo, Sasa alifikiria tu PK akichukua form ni kusign tu check na kupeana Yes. Na sikuwa nimemsainia. So as a Sacco, we are going to an extent of even calling the guarantors Elder Kialie. Umesainia Elder Wabogo loan. Because we don't want a situation whereby we can risk the funds of our members. Bwana asifiwe. Niseme kwa report yangu, it's very short. And first I want to appreciate you all members for joining this Sacco and showing confidence in us, trusting us with your money. Tujipigie makofi. Kama hamungelete pesa zenu, kama hamunge join hii Sacco, hatungekuwa na pesa za kumanage. So I want to appreciate you. I want to appreciate you, and may God bless you. Secondly, I want to appreciate you for you have continued saving with us. You know, you cannot join a Sacco and then you are not saving. Now that one you are not a member. So you have continued saving every month. And that is the money that is helping us to keep the Sacco running and to ensure we are giving loans and to ensure that things are running well. Tujipigie makofi kwa kusave. I also want to appreciate you members for you have continued giving a good word about this Sacco. Many of the members who are joining us, as much as we have a marketing team, many are being brought by the old members. Because when you meet a member there or a person there, you tell them about the good thing of this Sacco. We have a Sacco, it's a church-based Sacco, and is doing very well, and you encourage that person to join the Sacco. So you are our marketers number one. Jipigieni makofi. I also want to appreciate our members of staff, wale wafanyikazi tulikuwa nao hapa, because they have really supported us. To me, they are an asset to us and not a liability. As much as we pay them salaries, but we can see they are doing their work, they are performing, and they are delivering. Because sisi tukiambiwa na management committee tukue sisi ndio tunafanya kila kitu, it can be very hard. So I really want to appreciate wafanyikazi ambao tuko nao kwa saa hizi ni 4, because they have really supported us and they have always consulted us wherever it is required. But rather on that, I would really request that you give them the support. And as Elder Gitonga said, when they tell you something, don't take it personally. Bwana asifiwe. Wakikuambia hii loan ijasainiwa vizuri ama ijajazwa vizuri, yes, take it positively. Usione ati mtu anakuonea, vile mchungaji alikuwa anasema, ukipigiwa uambiwe hujalipa loan yako, umedefault miezi 2, unafaa kulipa na ulipe na penalty kadogo. Don't take it personally. Ati unakuja hapa kwa ofisi umefura. Hapana, lazima tufuatilie nini? Hizi pesa. na inafikanga mahali mimi kama treasurer nikiona umepigiwa simu mara mbili and you are not responding, now I take it upon myself to call you, to tell you took a loan, it is a month, it's 2 months, you have not paid, and it's not very good. Bwana asifiwe. So let's continue supporting our staff so that they can continue working for us. The other thing we are going to discuss, but not now, is after we have had our audit report. One thing we are going to pass is the dividends. For 2 years, we have not had our AGM because of the COVID issues. We have prepared our accounts for 2 years, and after the audit report, we are going to declare the dividends, and you as members, you are the ones who are going to approve them, and then you say what you want with that money. You can say you plow it back into the Sacco, it boosts your savings, or you can say you want it in cash. But as an office, we had agreed that if you want that money in cash, those who have dividends less than 1,000 bob, we are going to pay them in cash. Those who have dividends between 1,000 bob and 10,000, we can send them on M-Pesa. And those who have dividends amounting to more than 10,000, they give us their bank accounts, and then we send the money to the bank. But we would encourage you, hiyo pesa, if you can say irudi kwa Sacco, kama ulikuwa na shares za 100,000 na dividend yako ni 20,000, si utakuwa na shares za 120, si itakusaidia ukitaka kuchukua loan. So we are really encouraging members to plow back their dividends into the Sacco, and then it can help them. The other thing I had advised the management is that tukikuja kwa uchaguzi, tutachagua wale watu ambao wakanwa shares more than 100,000, na pengine mkubwa wa serikali atakubaliana na sisi. Togikuyu tugaga ndungihithia mburi kundu gutari ki mburi niguo kweragwo tene, na no kwiragwo. Hawezi chukua busi upeleke mahali na huyo mtu hata hana zizi. So it will be unfair. We elect officials who don't have money or good money in the savings. Unakuta mtu akona 10,000 na ana manage watu wakona 200,000 savings, 300,000. Huyo mtu akona uigerereku. So tutaangalia wale watu, we have the list. Tukifika wakati wa uchaguzi, manake ofisa wa serikali ndiye ako hapa na ndiye atafanya hiyo kazi. Wale watu tuliangalia, wale watu wakona more than 100,000, they are more than 70. So we have a good range of people to elect. But tunaweza waomba tafadhali tuendelee kusave, na kwa Sacco saving is monthly. There is no way utaingia Sacco ukae 1 year hauja save, then ukuje usave na sisi miezi 3 alafu uchukue loan. Hiyo mtapatana na PK. Hiyo sikudanganyi. Hiyo loan form haitaenda through, and I always consult the government. If you want a loan, you have to be a consistent saver, so that we can be able to look and be able to analyze that you will be able to pay this loan. But if you come and save January, then you save June, then December ukuja you apply loan, takwambia we want to see you in a better way. So I really want to appreciate you all members for the support that you have given us. We have not had major issue in terms of accounting. We have not had somebody failing to pay or refusing to pay. And where we have had issues, we have spoken to the guarantors, and the guarantors have spoken to the person who had the loan, the loanee, and the person have started paying. Where there have been issues, like the treasurer said, during the COVID, we had very, very challenging time. And those members who approached us and they told us they lost a job or their businesses went under, we gave them a moratorium. We gave them a period to recover and to start paying slowly. So there is no one member who can say we really pushed them or we were very unfair. So if you came and spoke to us, we were able to accommodate you, and we can assure you as members that those loans are being repaid. Some we had to extend the period to accommodate those members, but all loans are being paid, and they are being paid on time, and the Sacco is going very healthily. And I can assure you, in the next few years, this Sacco will be very, very far. We once more encourage borrowing, because right now we are operating more than 20 million. And sometimes if you have like 10 million sitting in the bank, as a treasurer, I'm tempted to seek advice if we can invest this money elsewhere, like the chairman was saying, buying property. But the main aim and the main purpose of a Sacco is people to save and to give them loans. We are not allowed to invest money whereby people come for loans and they cannot have money. But now if you find so much money sitting in the bank and people are not borrowing, what are you supposed to do as a prudent person? Is to think of alternative ways of investing so that more money can come into your as a profit. So we really want to thank you. Continue giving a good word about this Sacco outside there. Continue saving, continue borrowing, and when you borrow, make sure you are able to pay on time without really being reminded. As I sit down, and I want to recognize some of the people who have really saved well, who have really supported this Sacco. Na si ni vizuri mwajue. So nikikuita, unasimama, tunakujua, at least tunajua. So according to the report, one thing I want to say, our financial year end 31st January of each year. Kama saizi tuko 2022, hatujamaliza financial year yetu ya 2021. So tukimaliza hii end of this month ndio tutaanza kufunga hizi vitabu, sasa tuanze kutengeneza the accounts for the next year. So ule mtu alikuwa na pesa mingi kabisa by 31st January 2021 ni Peter Kimani Kamau. Pigeni makofi. Haya, asimame. Aka wapi? Haya. Anaambiwa amesimama. Alikuwa na more than 1 million shares. Haya. Number 2 alikuwa Claire Njoki Gishohi. Ako ni mtoto wa Kimamo. Haya, number 3 alikuwa
Pigia makofi, pigia makofi.
Number 3 alikuwa Joyfrey Kamau Njuguna. Yuko? Joyfrey, I think
pigia makofi.
Ni Wagetuamba. Tuko na Joel Mahehia Ndegwa wa PCEA Emmanuel. Asimame.
Makofi.
Nilikuwa nimemuona, maybe ametoka. We have number 5 Frederick Kinyanjui Maina Emmanuel. Makofi. Nilikuwa nimemuona. Ndio huyo.
Huyo apigie makofi.
Haya, we have Simon Sendeula Mwangi. Yuko? Tumpigie makofi. We have number 7 our mchungaji Reverend Daniel Kamiti. Tumpigie makofi.
Pigie makofi.
We have number 8 Nancy Nyagodhie. Tumpigie makofi. Yuko? Then we have number 9 Reverend James Kuria Karani. Asimame.
Apigiwe sana kwa sababu yuko.
Ni mchungaji wetu wa kule Rubate, lakini ni mtoto wetu hapa. Na ule alikuwa anafunga number 10 ni Mr. Anthony Kimamo. Apigiwe makofi. So nimeona Elder Kimamo, ama ni Elder Kimamo nimeona Elder Kimamo simama. Elder Kimamo watoto wake kwa best savers. Elder Kimamo simama tu. Ndio kwa top 10. Ndio alikuwa ameshika number 2 na number 10. Tumpigie makofi. Ukiona hivyo ni mzazi ambaye ana encourage watoto ku save, and that's the way to go. When it comes to groups, we have other groups kama chamas and other groups. We have top 3. The number 1 were Joyce Kafura and others. Wako? Joyce Kafura and the group. Tuwapigie makofi. We have Roy East Women's Guild. Tuwapigie makofi. And then number 3 we have Sunshine Wazee Welfare. Hawa ni wazee wa kule Mwangaza, wamejiunga na wametengeneza group inajiita Sunshine. When it comes to congregations, The congregation that was number 1 in saving is PCEA Mwangaza. Tuwapigie makofi. They were followed closely by PCEA Bethany, tuwapigie makofi, and PCEA NGUNDU Church, tuwapigie makofi. And we want to appreciate PCEA NGUNDU for the support they have continued giving us all this year, hata kutupatia venue kama hii. Elders, thank you very much. So God bless you. After we have had the budget, the audit report, tutasoma budget, then tutapropose dividends, and then we shall continue. God bless you.
Thank you, our treasurer. That report is good and very appetizing. We may forget everything that you have said, but dividend, that one is good and sounds good. Now we have our auditor. It's your chance. Come and tell us what you have audited. Maybe he has not told us the truth, eh? Yeah. But I believe he has told us the truth, eh? Because they have been liaising with the auditor. Sidio?
Good afternoon. I'm Christopher Kenyanjui, and I audited the accounts of East Akiba Sacco for the 2 years from 2020 to 2021. And my main work is to confirm that the figures given by the chairman and the treasurer are correct. They existed at that time. And okay, to confirm that the figures that were given by the treasurer and the chairman are correct. We are going to show you on the screens the actual figures now in numbers, so that we can see where the dividend that the treasurer is proposing is coming from. So as you can see on the screen, there is the income statement. This is the money that the Sacco has earned from. Essentially, the Sacco just earns from loans issued to its members. So for the 2 years up to 2021, you can see that you have earned 2,803,503. That is the money that has been earned from interest paid by members who has taken loans. From that interest, from that loan, that is where I think, can you scroll down? You can see a figure down there of 1.562305. Now, because when we are doing the accounts, that will be the net amount that will be issued as dividends. A portion of that will be issued as dividends. So you have confirmed that of the 2.8 million earned, because of expenses, 1.562305 was the money available for issuing of dividends. Now, you can scroll back up. Now, you can see that from that, the management had proposed 1.251216. That's the one called interest payment, is the other name for the dividends that the management had proposed will be issued, but that will be on confirmation by the members. So, from the amount that you have earned from the loan interest, there are also expenses. I think you can scroll down a bit, you can see an item called expenditure. You can see that the administration expenses, that is running of the Sacco, was 482,372. Provision for, I think you can go to 16. So that we can see the notes. Okay, we can just, okay, for the administration expenses, there were 482,372. Then from the issue that the chairman had talked about no people paying on time, we had to provide 173,829. Wacha ikae tu hiyo income statement. Wacha tu ikae hiyo income statement. So let the side come back. Okay. So those are the expenses, and the huge expense which is incurred by the Akiba Sacco is staff costs. The amount that is paid to the employees, which was 827,707. But you must remember it's for 2 years, from 2020 to 2021. Then there are professional expenses of 30,000. So that is the income earned by the Sacco in that year. And if we confirm that the payment of dividends will be 1.251216, the money that will be remained as surplus for that period will be 311,081. That denoted net surplus for the period. So those are the earnings of the Sacco for the 2 years. So as we have said, the main income is from loan interest, which was 2.8 million. Then we can go to the assets, the balance sheet. The next slide, the balance sheet. Okay, now the balance sheet, it shows what is owned by the Sacco and what it owes other people. So from the balance sheet, we can say that the main item is the current assets, which are the loan receivables. So as of the end of 2021, people with loans totaled at 18,524,736. The money that was in the bank was 3,708,079. Then property and equipment was 260,663. Those are the computers, the chairs, and they also have a software. So the total assets was 22,493,477, which we can see that the main item is the loan receivables, the amount that people owe the Sacco, which is 18 million. Then the liabilities, what the Sacco owes, we can see that members had deposited 19,959,576. Then provision, that is cumulatively provisions for interest on members' deposit. Now the provision we have paid for the dividends is the one we had seen the other time, which is 1.2 million. I think those are the main. Then we have the slide down there at equity, the share capital, which is composed of member shares of 716,500. Then there are reserves, statutory reserves and general reserves of 246,871, general reserve of 2,000, and statutory reserve of 62,218. So the Sacco currently has assets worth 22,493,477. I think those are the main items of the auditing, which is the income statement and the balance sheet. And we have to give our opinion on whether those figures as given by the management are correct. And I would like to read our opinion, which is not in the slide, but just leading to confirm that. Our opinion, we have audited the Sacco financial statement of Akiba Sacco. And our opinion is that the Sacco financial statements give a true and fair view of the financial position of the Sacco as of 31st January 21, and its financial performance and cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with the International Financial Reporting Standard for Small Medium Entities and the Kenya Cooperative Societies Act. So we can confirm that the figures given by the management, that is the management of the Sacco, are correct. I think from our side, that is our work, just to confirm that the figures given by the management are correct, and as the figures that I have showed you in the income statement and the balance sheet, we have confirmed that they are okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, our auditor. And now you go back to the budget by our treasurer. You as advised. We need a proposer, seconder, and if there is any clarification one needs to get, we can go that way. Who is going to propose? Elder James Carey. Seconder, Elder Maido. Is there anything that one would like clarified? Or any question for that matter? Okay, if there is none, we can continue. Our treasurer.
Yes, I'm being told I stay here. We are online, we are live, so we are being watched even in the far countries, and we would request even those who are far to join the Sacco. They can save even when they are there. Yes, we have a proposed budget, and as a Sacco we have expenses, we have incomes, so we would want to read what we think, and then you are going to advise us. We have used accrual concept, and I was explaining to the office that even if we don't earn any income, we have some fixed expenses to pay. We have employees who we have to pay. We have rent that we have to pay and other expenses. So that's why we have started with the expenses. And expense number one, this is budget plan for the year 2022-2023, the period you are in now to the next financial year. So we are estimating that we are going to pay salaries in tune of 950,000. If I compare what I have been paying, and I'm able now to estimate the expenses that I'll incur this year, that's why I'm proposing salary payment of 950. We have two marketers. We have the accounts clerk, who is Carol, and recently we employed Timothy, who will be overall of the accounting and to supervise how these other people are operating and working. We also have office rent, which we pay to a tune of 60,000. We have office administration expenses here and there to run the office, 80,000. We have communication. This is per year of 20,000. We have audit expenses. We have been paying around 30,000. We hope the auditor will not increase the charges. So we are proposing to incur the same. We are planning for education meeting for our members, where we can have a facilitator to come and teach us on how we can save and increase and all those kind of things. We had proposed that before, but when COVID came, it was quite difficult. We have the AGM expenses. We have some facilitation to do. After here, we have some lunch for you. So whatever we are incurring today is what had been proposed last time. So this what we are going to propose, or what we are proposing, is for the next AGM. So we compare with what we are spending today, we think it's the same we are going to spend when we are doing the next AGM. We have the cooperative management system or software. We have already paid for that. The gentleman from CODIC will come and explain to us how it will be working. You don't have to come to the office to take a form to fill, or you just be filling it online. You'll be paying online. Loans will be issued online. And so this will be a maintenance fee. These people will be coming to train our staff and us, and to ensure that everything is running well. So we have done a provision of 20,000. We have the insurance for our members. Every time you take a loan, your loan is insured, so that in case of unfortunate event like demise, as a Sacco will not come to the family or the people who have been left behind to tell them you had a loan. So the loan will be covered by the insurance. Also, you will not go to the guarantors to tell them the person you had guaranteed has passed on. Now you need to pay their loan. So it's the insurance that pay that. So we have a premium that we pay of around 80,000. We have bank charges of around 30,000. The tables and the chairs we have there, they are not enough for our employees. So you find most of them, some is sitting on this side, the other one on this side, or at the edge. So we are proposing to buy some nice chairs and some tables that will cost us around 50,000. And then we have a marketing cost of about 30,000. The chairman, I didn't hear the chairman say that we have done a website. We are going to give you a link. Even if you are marketing somebody about, you are telling somebody about this Sacco, you can give them a link and he can go into the website, he'll see what East Akiba is all about. We are dealing with digital world, we are dealing with digital people, so we have embraced digital issues. So we have a very nice website. You can download the form there, or you can fill it and send it to the office, and then they will confirm they have received it. You pay the money online, and then you become a member. So we are proposing a marketing cost of 30,000. So in total, our expenditure, we estimate them to be in tune of 1.43 M. How do we propose to cover these expenses? Where do we propose to get money to cover these expenses? First item that give us income is interest. Whenever you take a loan, we get some interest from it. It is on 1% reducing balance, and we estimate that all the loans we are going to issue, they'll give us a tune of 1.7 million, because looking at the previous years, the money we have generated from loans, we are optimistic that we'll be able to get 1.7. We have administration fee and on loans taken. Normally we charge 1,500 to process a loan. Many a time you have seen that. If you take 10,000, there is a small fee that is deducted from your money. If you take more than 100,000, we subtract 2,000 administration fee. So all that, when we put it together, it will give us around 300,000. We expect, we think we might get some money in fines and penalties of 150. This one we derive them. Sometimes you find somebody has a loan, and even before completing paying, maybe he has a balance of 100K. He come and request that he can pay the 100 and the following day take a bigger loan. We accept that, but also you leave us something small. So because otherwise umesaidika. Badala ya kugojea 3 months tunakupatia na unatuachia kakitu kadogo. So we propose to get like 150 from that. Registration fee for individual is 1,500, for groups 10,000, for congregations 10,000. With the online business that we have started, we estimate we'll get so many members, and we propose to get about 300,000 from that. So on the income side, we think by the end of the next year, by the time you are coming the next AGM, we shall have raised 2.45 million. So that's our budget. We are very optimistic, like we say that this Sacco is really growing, and when we get all this money, most of the money will come back to you as dividends. So when we take loan, as much as we are going to pay some interest, you are going to recover that interest from the dividends that you are going to get today. So that's the proposed budget. God bless you.
Clap for him. That is good. As we own that budget, I think it's also important for us to propose and second it. Proposer? Elder Kemamo. Seconder? Who is going to second that? Patrick Wambogo, Elder. I think now we have owned it. It's ours. So the next session is the online. We want the technical team to come and advise us how we are going to use the online borrowing and repaying. This is the gentleman from Codec. Are you there? Clap for the young man.
Good afternoon. As you've heard, my name's Peter Squantet, and I'm a representative of Codec Kenya Limited. And I'm here to show you a slight preview of what you are supposed to, or what you are going to expect, and the workings of our mobile system. At the moment, we are still at the paperwork, and the paperwork's at Safaricom. And we are hoping that in the next month, everything is going to be approved, and we are going to be set to go. Since the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, most of organizations have been forced to change their ways or change how they work in order to maximize profits and suit members conveniently. When we say we are talking about the online system, we are talking about some advantages that members are going to be able to enjoy, such as availability, where we are saying the system is available to the member 24/7, 365 days a year. Anytime you want to use, anytime you want to make a repayment, you want to borrow a loan, you want to guarantee a loan, you want to make a deposit, the system is available for you. Again, we are saying that there is what we call connectivity using the system, meaning that the system is available to you whether you have internet or you do not have internet. What you need is just a mobile network connection. And secondly, we are talking about effectiveness, where we say time wasted coming to the office or waiting for someone in order to approve or to do a deposit is now eliminated. You can do your work wherever you are. And the slight preview I'm going to show you, I'm going to need your help, and I'm going to ask each and every one of you to just take out your mobile phone and dial the following code. Tuko pamoja. Then we are going to go and dial star 276, star 6 hash, star 276 star *6#. *276 *6#. *276 *6#. No, it's fine. Yeah, just it's supposed to give you a menu. Wangapi tuko kwa welcome, then there's a cash withdrawal, my balance, guarantors, pay for goods, stroke services, pay other M-Pesa, funds transfer, buy airtime, pay bills and other. Are we all on the same page? Tuko pamoja? Wacha tungoje wale bado tuko pamoja. This side, are we *276 *6#. Wacha tungoje. Yeah. Wangapi imewapatia menu? Hands up please kama umepata menu. 1 2 3 4. Safaricom. Yeah. Na wengine imekuja. Yako imekuja Mr. Chairman. Imekuja ama bado? Kuna wenye imekuja na kuna wenye bado haijakuja. *276 *6#. Kuna some other members ni kama wamepata. Yes, by the show of hands please, how many of you have got the menu? His side, how many of us have seen the menu? Yes? Yeah, there are two people on this side and around 3 at this side. Yes. Okay. So let us just continue. I will take you through the menu for those of us who have been able to access it, and those who have not, I will just take you through what is there on the menu. And the first thing we have on the menu is the cash withdrawal. Cash withdrawal in the sense that this you want to maybe make a withdrawal from your account, and you just go choose the first option, which is number 1, cash withdrawal, and input the amount that you want to withdraw, and input your PIN. It kind of works like how M-Pesa generally works. Input your PIN, and you'll be able to withdraw money straight to your M-Pesa account from the Sacco account. I don't know if the Sacco has withdrawal services. Do you have an account for? Yes, then you can withdraw your money directly from your Sacco account into your M-Pesa. The second item on the menu is my balance. My balance is generally for checking the balance of your either share capital account or a share deposit account, depending on the accounts that the Sacco has. So you're going to input, if it's the balance you want to check, you're just going to go straight into option number 2 and input the account that you want to check the balance for. And then after that, we have the guarantors, where after guarantors, the guarantors generally means it will show you a list of the loans you have guaranteed, or the loans that you are guaranteed, or the loans that you are a loanee of. It's just a list, either of the loans that you have guaranteed people, or loans that people have guaranteed you. That is what we are saying for under the part of guarantors. Then we have the fourth option on the menu, which is pay for goods / services. You can pay for goods or services straight from your Sacco savings account. That is what we are saying when we mean pay for goods and services. If you're in a supermarket and there's a till number, you can just come to option number 4 for pay goods. Then you can straightly pay for those goods from your Sacco account. Number 5, we have pay other M-Pesa. Pay other M-Pesa means you can pay directly to another person's M-Pesa number straight from your Sacco savings account. You can send money straight from your Sacco account to another M-Pesa number. And then we have the other item, the 6th item, which is funds transfer. Funds transfer in this sense, meaning that you can transfer money from your Sacco account. Maybe you have a share deposit account, you can transfer money from your share deposit to your share capital account. You can also transfer money from your Sacco savings account to another member's Sacco savings account. That is what we mean by funds transfer. In this case, where you can say you have 2-3 accounts on the Sacco, you can transfer from one account to another, or you can transfer from your account to the account of another member within the Sacco. And then we have our 7th option, which is buy airtime, which is just as straightforward. You can either buy Safaricom or Airtel airtime straight from your Sacco saving accounts. Then we have our second last option, which is pay bills. We have already incorporated the Kenya Power and Lightning and water bill, so you can pay your water bill, or you can buy electricity straight from your Sacco savings account. And that's what we are trying to say, that the mobile or the online mobile system is coming to do. We want to make members' lives easier. Some things it's not a must for you to come mpaka kwa ofisi in order for you to access certain services. Money which is already in your Sacco savings account should work for you, or you should be able to access it conveniently. Anytime you want to access that fund, it is available and ready for you. We can also say we have the other option where we can now request for a loan and pay for a mobile loan straight from your telephone or mobile phone. We have already installed the CMIS system, which is running in the office. Only thing you're going to do when you request for a loan, it is going to automatically show on the other system, the main mother system, which is in the office, and it can be approved straight from the system, and within minutes or within the given period the Sacco will stipulate, you are going to receive your loan. And that is the most important aspect of the mobile banking. It is the depositing of money conveniently, requesting of loans conveniently, and repayment of your loans conveniently. And that concludes my brief or small demonstration of what the USSD or the online mobile Sacco system looks like. And just try again for those who are not able to access it. I think it's because most of us were trying to access it at the same time. Just please try again, *276 *6#, and just to have a look of what we are going to be interacting with as we go on forward. And I would like to thank you very much for giving me your attention, and I would like to welcome any questions, if any, before I step out. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And in every theory lesson, there is practical. We want somebody to withdraw, like the person who has saved so much. Let him do a transaction. Oh, it's not online. Oh, okay. There is something that is just going to complete. Otherwise, we wanted to have practical and see somebody borrow money and see him or her repay. I think, is there any question? Yeah?
The USSD is accessible through Safaricom at the moment because they are our main partners in facilitating the withdrawal and depositing of cash. Yes, thank you.
Any other question or questions? Yeah? How secure?
The system is very secure. We have been operating the QFS system for close to 10 years now, and we have never had any funds stolen or any flagging of our accounts from our partners in Safaricom. Does that fully satisfy your, have I been able to fully answer your question? Yes. Sorry, I'm not quite sure I'm getting the question, yeah? Yes, okay. I think I'm getting what you're saying. If you have you have guaranteed someone maybe 10,000 and you want to withdraw that 10,000, it will not be possible because that money is already committed to somewhere else. Your account will read that you have 10,000, but it will show that the 10,000 is already committed as a guarantee to someone else's loan. So you will not be able to withdraw that money. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. If there is any other question or questions, you can send them to the chairperson and he can liaise with the technical personnel. Otherwise, the next session is for okay, fine. Chairman, want to add something on online?
Thank you. What I wanted to add about online, I know now it is looking much technical wakati tunaambiwa, lakini wakati tutaanza kutumia itakuwa very easy. Itakuwa tu kama M-Pesa. Siku hizi hata ukienda Susuko mashambani unaona hiyo ni kama kawaida. It will just come automatically when we start practicing and getting it on. So what I needed to do part of the online, I just wanted to talk about the website of the Sacco, which is displayed there. Briefly too, because the system will help us to register members, but also in terms of our website, we have a proposal where we can register members through the website. They register themselves, then it comes direct to the office for approval. You can see about, I don't know whether it's clear, I can see it from here. If you click about, this one you can see it from your phone or something. That about that just takes about the history of East Akiba Sacco. If you go to register, click register for me. Register, there it takes the requirements of individual membership, chamas and group membership, kuna churches and kuna business membership. Alafu hapa unaona online registration. There are forms loaded there. When you click there, you just fill your form online. It will become for checking in the office. You just access instead of those now manual forms. We will be doing that. Services, you click the services. There is savings, investments, financial solutions, and expert support. Most of that now what we are doing is mostly savings. There will now be things to do with investments, financial solutions, and experts. This will be gathering from other fields. And when you go to news, if you click news, there will be newsletters with time, which will be loaded in the news. You can check what is happening with this Akiba Sacco and all those. And also when your loan has been approved, you can be able to enter the details there. If you want to subscribe, like there you can see about the newsletter. You subscribe, you just give your email and you submit, you will be getting in the newsletters when we develop that. Then we have our partners who have been helping us. We have Equity, CIC, Cooperative, Safaricom, PCEA, our main partner, and the others who are helping us in this business. That is the contact. This is the things we are developing within your phone. You can access now. Somebody outside the country can access now, can see there is something like East Akiba Sacco. We'll be updating this. That's why we are saying we are moving a step ahead with technology. There is a link which is up there. If you just do it and you have data in your mobile phone, you can all be able to access this from your mobile phone about the East Akiba Sacco. This is how we are saying now things will be basically online so that we can be doing things real time. That's in short, but as we go by, these things will be updated. They will come to you in a big way. We maybe do an education day so that these things, we are able to catch them properly and we practice them. Thank you.
Thank you. Clap for him. It's very technical now, very advanced. And I think the next move is election. Elections, eh? Or dividends. You want to declare the dividends? Okay. Who is, you are the one declaring? Oh, him.
Bwana asifiwe. Praise God. Tunataka kuingia kwa mambo ya dividends, lazima tu consult nani anafaa ku declare, ama ni treasurer, ama ni chairman, ama ni ofisa wa serikali. Ofisa wa serikali ameniambia I'll just mention the figures that we are giving out as for dividends. Then the chairman will introduce him and then he will take over. Bwana asifiwe. So from the audited report, How much is due for payment as dividends? Modo iguire bia sigwetirwo cigana. After kufanya hesabu zote, zile pesa zote tumean na kutoa matole na matumizi, how much is due for dividends? Yes, 1.5. Mtu mwingine? 1.5 was the expense. The money we earned was 2.8 in terms of loan interest income. After kutoa matoleo yote, all the expenses, the amount that is due for dividend payment is 1,251,216. 1,251,216. From this money, I'm going to subtract 5% withholding tax. Hiyo ni pesa ya serikali. Justaki nikupe pesa, alafu baadaye nikuambie hey, kuna pesa za ushuru hatukulipa na tunaona mtu wa KRA hapa. So tukitoa the withholding tax of the 1,251,000, the withholding tax is coming to 62,560. So the amount that I'm going to give to the members, mukikubali na tukikubaliwa, ni 1,180,650. I have prepared two accounts, and they are balancing with the auditor's report. Ya kwanza ni the financial year that ended 2020. And that year, we are declaring a dividend of 4%. Tupige makofi. In the year 2021, hii wakati ndio COVID ilikuwa juu sana, our dividends or our income came a bit low, so we are proposing to declare a dividend of 3%. Bwana asifiwe, tupige makofi. In the year 2022, hii tuko, manake we are almost finishing the books of account, tuta propose dividend ya 5%. Tupige makofi. The reason we prepared two accounts, if you ukiangalia 3% and 4%, that is a 7% dividend payout. But tukaona kuna mtu 2021 ama 2020 alikuwa na 100,000 shares. When we came to 2021 hakusave sana. Na huyu mwingine kwa 2021 akaweka pesa mingi. So if we combine and we declare a 7% dividend on the total savings you had, unaweza kuta mtu ambaye hakuwa na pesa mingi 2020 anapata a bigger percentage of shares or dividend in 2021. So that's why we had to prepare two separate accounts so that you get what is due to you that time. But the total dividends we are declaring today is 7% for the 2 years. Simpiga makofi. So utakuwa unakuta, we can take a practical example. Tuseme tuchukue tu a certain person, unakuta 1 year kama huyu Daniel Kamiti, he is number 139. In 2021 atapata dividends at 10,594. Sawa sawa. And then in 2020 nitafute jina lake, atapata dividends ya 13,000. So in total ni pesa ngapi? 10 plus 13, sio ni 23,000. But unge combine accounts, ungekuta pengine angepata 20,000. Kuna pesa ingepotea mahali juu dividends are paid according to the shares you have. The more shares you have, the more dividend you. So usiende atuseme mbona huyu alipewa dividend kubwa na mimi nimepewa ya 2,000. Umepewa ya 2,000, juu shares zako zinaenda na hiyo 1,000 ngapi? Vile tulifundishwa tu mambo ya talent. Ule aliinvest sana ndiye alipata zawadi kubwa. So tume calculate hizi dividends according to the shares you had at the close of that financial period. Na niseme hivi kama treasurer, kuna watu werevu wanagojeanga saa ile wanajua tunaenda kufunga mwaka. Si nimwambia tunafunga 31st of every January. Anakuja na kama 1,500 anaweka pa. Unajua sasa mkikuja kudeclare dividends, hata kushare dividends, hatakuwa na pesa mingi, because it will be let's say 5% of that money. But kama Sacco ama kama ofisi, lazima tuangalie kama kuna mchezo fulani imefanya nini, imechezwa. That's why I told you, as a treasurer, treasurers are not very popular, because nitakwambia hapa ulicheza kama wewe na sisi tutacheza kama sisi. Mungu wabariki tukiendelea.
Situpigie treasurer makofi kwa sababu ya kutupea hiyo 7%. It was not easy. Those 2 years were not easy, but we thank God that we are able to get something because of the way things were. Now I want to go straight to give to our representative from the ministry, Mr. Francis Zaum, but before then, because once I gave him the mic, he will also go straight. Akimaliza mambo ya declaration and evidence, ataenda pia kwa uchaguzi. And I want to say this. In the office of in terms of elections, tunachagua the following offices, the following officers. Kuna candidate ndio nikimaliza nimpe. I just want to mention the elections we are going to do today. Kwa the supervisory committee, the chairman is there, Mr. Kirigia. He is not retiring, but there are 2 vacant positions of members. We want to fill those. In the candidate committee, we have 3 officers. One will be retiring, so we will be replacing or re-electing. The officer who will be retiring for that position this financial year is Helen Mugambi, but she is liable for elections if members deem fit. And in the executive office, where we have the chairman, vice chairman, treasurer, and the secretary, last year we had the vice chairman retiring and the secretary retiring. This year, the chairman is retiring. So we will also be, only the chairman will be retiring this year, but he is also eligible for election. Thank you. Now I take this opportunity to introduce Mr. Francis Jao, who is our Kasarani Sub-County representative for cooperatives from the Ministry of Cooperatives, to take us through. In fact, we are on time. It's only that this time has been taken because we started late. There was delay. Some of us came late, but we could have finished by 1. By the next few minutes, we will be through, and there will be lunch. So, in case I don't get back the chair, thanks a lot for the time we have been working together. I have appreciated going along with you. May God bless you.
Asante sana Bwana Chairman members of management committee, the supervisory committee, members, amjambo. Amujambo tena. Bwana Chairman, ningependa kusema ni furaha yangu kubwa sana kuwa hapa na nyinyi. The last time I came to this church, nilikuja kufanya what we call the first general meeting. Wakati tulifanya uchaguzi ya kwanza ndio tukawa na kamati mpya. So it is really gratifying, particularly vile nimekuja nikapata umeendelea vizuri na members wamekuja wengi kwa mkutano. I'm aware the last 2 years have been very difficult, hatujakuwa na mikutano. And I know kama sio COVID, I think we would even have had better results. So thus far, naona mumejaribu sana. Somebody was talking about dividends. We give societies, we give cooperatives 3 years just to break even. Wacha kutengeneza profit. We give them 3 years. But I can see within the second year you are able already to break even. Na sasa within the third year you have made profit and you are giving back. It is good to get dividends, but one of the most important thing to know is that cooperative is about service. Unaweka pesa, una save na unapata mikopo. Kwa hivyo tujaribu kutumia hizo mikopo vizuri zitusaidie. When we make profit like what we have done today, it is usually the amount, the money that you mumetengeneza, we make a decision on that money as a resolution. Because it's a resolution that you make. Ndio ulisikia sasa tulikuwa najadiliana na treasurer, how do we go about that? When you are making resolutions, you usually have an independent party akifuatilia hiyo maneno. Ndio kama tukisema tunauliza ni pande hii ama ni pande hii, there is an independent person to guide in that. And most of the cases kwa mikutano ya cooperatives anakuanga the cooperative officer ambaye amekuja. So kwa sasa tumeambiwa in 2019 tulipata dividends 4%. Mnatakaje? Mnataka kugawa? Mnataka kuzirudisha kwa deposits ama mnataka kukura? Mnataka kugawa? Nione mkono. Tuko pamoja? Unajua pesa ni yenu. Lazima mseme mnataka kufanya nini na hiyo pesa. Mnataka kugawa? Hamtaki kugawa?
Ni kama hatuelewi. Ni kugawa.
Kugawa ni kumaanisha you give authority mugawiwe muwekewe kwa savings zenyu. Okay, let's agree. First, dividends. Tugawe dividends. Nani anasema proposal na second ya kusema mugawiwe dividends? Mkono juu. Nitaelezea. Yes. Chukua tu jina. Second. Haya. So, ni kumaanisha the 1.251 inagawa at a rate of 4%. Kama mtu mwenye nimesikia alikuwa na 1 million, akipata na 4% atapata pesa ngapi? 40,000. Si ni sawa? So mmepitisha igawe apewe 40,000 yake less 5% which is withholding tax. Hiyo ni pesa ngapi? 5% of 40,000? 2,000. Tunaelewana? Tunapatiana ushuru ya 2,000. Itakatwa, society itaremit kwa KRA. Tunaelewana? Sasa there was a request when I came in by the chairman. Nikasikia akisema hiyo pesa mkigawa iwekwe kwa iwe proud back to your shares. Hiyo ni sawa? Mnataka hivyo ama mnataka cash? Mnatakaje? Unajua if we make a uniform decision, tukisema zote kwamba hiyo pesa iwe proud back, you don't get a chance to get the cash. Tunaelewana? Mkisema ni cash, ni cash. Mkisema ni kudeposit, ni kudeposit. But you can say cash and have an option as an individual. Uende kwa chama useme hapana, yangu wewe niwekee mimi. Tunaelewana hiyo? So I just needed to guide you. So mnataka gani? Cash. Haya, nani anasema cash? Hapo nyuma wote. Hiyo hamna bahati. Sawa, that is now for 2019. Now we go for 2020. The rate is at 3%. Aya, we need a proposer and a seconder. Tunaziendanga na mwaka each year. So 2020, mkono juu tu ni kusema proposer na seconder. It has to be procedurally in the books, in the, yes. Jina tu, chukua majina. Haya, seconder. So munagawa miaka mbili, eh? Tuseme mwenye alikuwa na milioni kama ilikuwa bado alikuwa nayo kwa 2019 na 2020 bado atapata 30,000. 40, 30. But now that depends. Na lakini sasa ni vile tu tulikuwa corona ilikuja, maybe we would have done much better. But the chairman has also assured us. Aya, seconder. Let me say this, na hii ni muhimu sana sababu tunahitaji masomo chairman. Kuna procedures za mikutano za cooperatives. Tunaelewana? Tusipo propose na second hatuwezi toka hapo. Hatuwezi kwenda kwa kitu kingine. Tunaelewana? We need to be procedural. Na hakuna kitu ati utaulizwa sababu ulipropose. Wewe unasema tu ulipropose na second. Tunaelewana? Seconder? Yes, madam hapa. Now, Bwana Chairman, when we have an AGM, the other resolutions that we make, one of the other resolutions that we make is appointment of auditors. So I don't know whether you had proposed to your auditors. Mnataka nani awafanyie ama mwenye amefanya aendelee? Iko hivi Unajua mkutano wa AGM ni mkutano muhimu sana. There are decisions that can only be made by an AGM. One of the main, one of a very important agenda which members have to item ambao lazima members wa approve ni appointment of auditors. Kwa kawaida chairman, you are supposed to have called potential have pre-qualified potential auditors muwe na wafanya hata quotation ya ile kazi But in the event hiyo haijafanywa, what we advise is that mnapatia management mandate. One, you can, mwenye amefanya kama kazi yake ni mzuri, mnaweza sema aendelee. Kama mnataka abadilishwe, then mnaambia management tumewapatia powers, because the powers are yours. So you donate the powers to the management. Tunaelewana? But so far kama tumefanywa kazi mzuri, tumeridhika, mnaweza sema aendelee. Yes, mnasemaje? Aendelee. Anasema aendelee. Seconder, aendelee. Mikono juu kwa wengine wote. Tunasema aendelee. Asante sana. So chairman, ningependa kusema kwamba I'm very impressed with your accounts. I'm also impressed when I came in, you are making your report, and I noted 3 things that you said, which are very important. One, you talked about a strategic plan. A strategic plan ni kitu muhimu sana. It guides you, and you give yourself, munajichallenge that after 3 years, tutakuwa na hii recruitment, we will recruit so many members. Our share capital will be this. Our deposits will be this. You challenge yourself na munaenda mko na njia ya mwelekeo. Tunasemanga if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So planning ni muhimu sana. So I was very impressed that you are thinking in that direction. You also talked about software, which already we have been demonstrated. That is the way to go. Siku hizi, people just want to do things at the convenience of their sitting room. Mtu anakaa kwa sitting room, anafanya biashara yake. Tuko na smartphones, you do these things at your fingertips. Hakuna mambo ati mtu atembee. Even the paperwork, very soon we need to get rid of it. Na tusipofanya hivyo tutawachwa nyuma. Chairman, sijui kama ni chairman ama ni treasurer, and he talked about guarding our society very generously. We have to do that. If we have to grow here is Akiba to the levels za kina Wendani, we have to guard it very, very jealously, tuilinde kabisa. But then, Bwana Chairman, if we fail to provide the services, watu hawezi kukosa kwenda nje, watu wataenda nje. So we have to really work, lakini iwe teamwork. I was very, very impressed by the elder ambaye ameleta familia yake. That is what it means to really support your Sacco. Unaleta familia yako, unaonyesha hapa, tushikilie, let's build our own. Very soon you'll have your own brand, ikiendelea hivi, but you have to really work on it, na mfanye nyote pamoja. It also helps wakati unaleta watu, because when it comes to guaranteeing, those are the same people who will also be able to guarantee you. And going forward, it becomes a challenge, because you want $1 million. It means, as the treasurer was saying, you can borrow 3 times, and then you are borrowing some 2 million people for which belongs to other people. Tunaelewana? So by the time the management decides to give you that 2 million, you'll have to show that that money is guaranteed. Tunaelewana hapo? So, and the only way to grow that generic guarantee ni kuleta watu, na unatafuta watu yako. But of course, going forward, you'll have to find a system ambao members wanaelewana ndio na wanajuana. Another thing that, so I was very impressed that you are really focused, and that's really the way to go. But the chairman mentioned something very important, which I won't let pass, because there is a way that it needs to be guided. Alisema mambo ya building, kununua ploti, kujenga. That is okay, very okay. It is part of growing the membership, na kuwasaidia na kuwainua. Lakini kuna mpangilio, Bwana Chairman. If you want to get into real estate, the law says you register a different entity. So we need to talk to kubaliane. We can register East Akiba Housing as a sister entity, na itafanya hiyo kazi. And I think hata mumechelewa, because this area is known kwa hiyo biashara. Mungekuwa nayo, tungekuwa tunaongea. Hii pesa chairman anasema inakaa kwa bank pale, tungekuwa tunakopeshea East Akiba Housing, inafanya hiyo kazi. Tunaelewana? And also about the money staying idle. If there is money idle, Bwana Chairman, it doesn't have to stay idle. What you do, unaenda kwa the funds, mutual funds. You go to CIC, you open an account with the CIC. That money you send to CIC, for example, ama Britam, ama UAP, those people are able to kufanya biashara nayo, and you just need to give them 24 hours. Ukiandika email hivi, kuna members wanataka pesa, 24 hours, the money is in your account. But all those days, wanakuwekea interest on a daily basis. So we should not lose that opportunity. Those opportunities are there. But ile kitu muhimu zaidi for us as cooperators, ile pesa ikiwa kwa bank, tukuje, tukope, tufanye biashara. Tuachane na hizo pesa expensive. Do you know how much you pay for mshwari? Bwana Treasurer, because you are an accountant, I want you to do me a very simple mahesabu. Unakopa 5,000 kwa mshwari. You pay within a month at 7.5. Tumelipa pesa ngapi? Weka 10,000 ndio iwe a good figure. 10,000. So you pay back at how much? $750. 750. So unakopa, mwezi naisha, unachukua ingine. Because that's what people do here. Si ndio mnafanyanga? Sisi tunafanyanga. So you borrow another 7.5, another 750. Within 10 months, umelipa pesa ngapi? 7,500. Within another 2 months, 1,500. Inakuja ngapi? 10,000. So within 12 months, ile pesa ulikopa 10,000 ukianza January, umeilipa another 10,000. In terms of percentage, it is crazy. 7.5 times how many? Times 12. Ni wizi kabisa. Na ndio unaona banki zote, hakuna banki haiza na ina hizo apps. Na inakwambia hata ikucharge interest ni processing fee. But that's extortion. So that is what the chairman and his team are planning. muwe na software yenu. I'm hoping na yeye pia hata tuwekea hiyo mingi, labda tuwekee 5, but you also need to earn some money, si ndio? Yes, but you need also to really take advantage. Muko na advantage kubwa. The Sacco has money, it is liquid. Mukope, mujinue. Asanteni sana. So now we need to go to elections. Bwana Chairman, I need us to agree here. When COVID came, the commissioner issued a circular. He issued a circular which said that there will be no elections for the year 2019. Tunaelewana hapo? So those who are there were supposed to kuendelea. Sijui kama kuna kitu mlifanya, because nasikia unasema watu walichaguana. So 2020 we were supposed to come and direct the first retiring team. So I don't know how many, we are only doing one team, which is a third. So I don't know which is that. Ni kama sasa kama kuna mimi nisikia kusema kuna uchaguzi mlifanya, maybe you can explain that so that maybe I can be guided.
Thank you. Before I answer the question, let me take this opportunity to say thank you to the international world, those who have been with us online, following us on this meeting. Indeed, we have just opened our Facebook. We have seen there are a number of questions. We are going to answer them online because of time. After this, because of the factor of time. So bear with us, those who have asked questions. We are going to respond them through the Facebook so that we can be satisfied. Otherwise, thanks you. We welcome you to join East Akiba in the Outside, and those who are with us. Bring your friends so that we build ourselves and we succeed together. Thank you. Thank you. See you. Thank you. Yes, Mr. Jau, what happened? Yeah, we were online, so that's why.